Jeff slides the microphone right into place, flips the camera, puts a smile on his face. He says, welcome to Mastork Media. We don't do make-believe, no false memories hiding up our sleeve. Yeah, the internet world's gone crazy, spinning out of control. Folks are dodging the possessions just to save their soul. Enlisting in the army, running from the fight, cause they're terrified of turtles in the middle of the night. And we say, hey, come join the flock. Don't you sit there staring at the ticking of the clock. Yeah, the world is heavy, but we're making it light. We're Mastork Media, and we're stepping into the night. Come join the flock. Flockers, we're gonna make you smile tonight. Now they're spilling out the facts on the Massachusetts Green about the wildest trial that you ever have seen. They talk about Karen, yeah, they whisper her name, but nobody trusts the lead investigator in the game. She was acquitted, the jury walked away, but the stork says it's time for Turtle Dove to see his charges go away. Yeah, the truth is a puzzle with a missing piece, and the chatter in the courtyard just never will cease. And the losers say it's not over, they say the case isn't done, but we're just getting started under the Midwest sun. You can run to the barracks call and you can hide from the law right now, but you can't escape the sharpest judge's eye you ever saw. So we say, hey, come join the flock. Don't just sit there staring at the ticking of the clock. Yeah, the world is heavy, but we're making it light. We're Mastork Media, and we're stepping into the night. Come join the flock. Flockers, we're gonna make you smile tonight. Jeff, time to slide that mic, flip that cam. No false memories here, folks, just the flock. Come join the flock and Jeff will make sure to add some shock.
Good morning. Yes, we are on all day. I've been wanting to get on and do this little program that I had set up. Going to talk about LTL. LTL likes to say that he's praying for Turtle Boy and everybody. He prays for everybody. So maybe tonight we'll show Brian from LTL Media that maybe before he starts praying, maybe he should read the good book. It's very important before you start praying to read the good book, Brian. Okay, because it will set you your limitations of what you're trying to do and what's happening, and maybe make you understand what prayer is all about when you're praying for Turtle Boy. This is a very important book. I always keep this with me, always. And Brian, I think it's time that with you, I'm really worried, Brian, from LTL Media, about your mental stability. And so I think this book would really help you a lot. So not only that, but there's another book that I keep with me too at all times. And it's probably something that you should read too. And it's this book, Brian. It's very helpful. Very helpful. So I think maybe you should take a look at these books. And this one is very important because it asks the question is, if you go to the gates of heaven and they ask you, why do you think you should come in? You have to be ready for that. And you can't be full of hate like you are right now with Turtle Boy and Will. So you really got to grab hold of your hate. Now you're probably wondering, well, oh, Jeff, but you pick on me and all that kind of stuff. That's right. But I'm doing this to try to show you what you're doing. See, I'm trying to give you advice. And see, the man upstairs says, all right, Jeff, go be a leader. Go tell Brian this is what he's got to work on. He's got to be a better human being. And you are obsessed with Turtle Boy. It is crazy how much Will and Turtle Boy have actually got under your skin, and you just can't stop. So we're going to listen to you, Brian, and then we're also going to listen to a bit of what I did a video on. Well, maybe Crawford will do first, because Crawford is an interesting character. I mean, this guy flip-flops worse than anybody. But let's, I think it was about 7 months ago, I did a video on Crawford, and I basically told everybody why you shouldn't watch Crawford. So why don't we go ahead and watch that first?
Hey! Get out of my way!
If you're following the young jerks and Mike Crawford, it's time to unfollow. He is the biggest jerk on YouTube. Mike Crawford, an idiot. Mike Crawford is not a guy that you trust. It's time to unsubscribe to Mike Crawford and the young jerks.
Ouch.
I ain't crying. I'm laughing my ass off at how much of a little bitch you are.
Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Jeff, Mastork Media, Mastork83 on X. Today, I'm going to start out my day talking to one of the biggest backstabbers. And this guy bites the hand that has fed him for a long time. Bites the hand of the guy that has fed his show for a long time. He is an idiot. He thinks that he is so important that he can do this type of things on YouTube. This is a guy that has, if you look at him right there, that's a guy that smokes too much pot. Way too much. Because now he's feeling himself. He thinks he's important. He's on Howie Carr. 1 hour. Take a shower. When you look at Mike on that picture right before that, when he was outside, that was the day he broke down about Turtle Boy and, said that he wanted to fight him, kept on calling him little man and all that kind of stuff, and talking about how happy he is. Look at this picture right here, where I stopped the video. Does that look like a happy man to you? Does that look like a happy man? Because he said he had everything going for him, working for Howie Carr. He's not working for Howie Carr anymore, is he? At least we haven't heard him on Howie Carr. Did Howie Carr finally get smart with this guy? Maybe. He's on Fridays on that Grace show. 2 hours. He's important now. He can tell people. But you know what? Attorney Mark Betterow is one of the smartest people that I ever listened to. And he did so much for Mike Crawford. JFK has a great name for everybody. And right now, JFK should be playing that name for Mike Crawford. Because Mike Crawford is the biggest clown there is. So let's get into this, all right? He doesn't do any kind of opening. I mean, he's been around for so long. He knows everything about broadcasting. He knows everything about content. And watch how he goes into his show. The microphone never sounds good. Mike, I went out and I bought a microphone. Okay, now after I did this, all of a sudden he started doing intros to his show. Before he was just going on going, hi, jerks. How you doing tonight? But now he does do intros. But this was about 6 months ago when I started the channel, and I started in on JFK and Crawford and LTL. But this was the show that I did on Crawford, and it's pretty much true today. It's probably even more. He's actually showed himself more than he did back when I did this.
2, 3 microphones. I got this microphone when I talk about Nobody's Like You. When I talk about JFK, then I got to switch to my rap mic.
And that's a good rap mic too, the one I have for JFK. I haven't done much on JFK anymore, so I don't get that microphone out. But that microphone is very expensive. It's a rap mic. It's called, people, if you want to look it up on the internet, it's called the Manly, something that Mike Crawford is not, Manly reference mic. And I went out and I bought it just for when I talk about JFK because it's a very good rap mic. Something that JFK has never used in his life because he's never rapped. Or at least rapped for a hit.
It's just for JFK, that rap mic. So we'll get going here, and hopefully we get to the part, before I get sick of listening to him, we get to the part where he really talks about Betero and how much better he is than Betero. But watch how he starts his show. This is good. This is really good.
Can you hear me? How am I doing?
What is wrong with that microphone?
Yeah, what's up, Money Mike? Thank you, Jay.
Still having trouble with his microphone today. He hasn't changed it yet. He did show another mic the other day. He was going, I got another mic hooked up to something over here. And it's just not working with my computer. And you know who could fix that? The microphone not working with their computer? Tommy, CPU. He could fix that in like maybe 5 seconds. And you could get that other mic, which looks to be like an Electro Voice 320 or something like that. I don't think it's an RE20 because you probably don't know anything about those, because that's actually an exceptional broadcast mic. So Crawford fixed the microphone. It's still bad today. You turn it up loud so that you're louder than LTL when you're on his show, so you're overdriving him. And that's typical Mike Crawford.
Money Mike.
Wow, I love him.
He's got so much money that he's got a grift for money. This guy's so successful. Look at his room. He's got an echo
Let's see
in his
who's
room.
here. No intro here.
Listen to that
No
reverb.
fancy intro. We just go right into it.
Listen to that reverb in the room.
I've been thinking all day what I'm going to say. And
I would say get some padding on
today,
the wall.
what I want to talk about real
Knock
quick
down that
before I
sound.
play this JFK video. We're just
Yeah,
going to go through the last
JFK
video. I could go through almost every one of his shows lately.
He's high
So
right
freaking
now.
Amazing.
Slurring
Some of
his
you
words.
know that I have some eye issues.
Yeah, you do.
An eye surgery in February.
Watch the chat, what they're
So I have
saying
that
about you.
hanging over
There he
me.
is. Look at
I'm,
the guy.
And he still watches today. When he's on live, he'll still keep on going all over. You know, he's got the chat over here, so he's got to watch the chat over here. And then he's got his his whole camera thing over here, but he's always looking. So his eyes, because he needs that surgery, like he said, so his one eye is always watching the chat, always watching, because he's got to make sure he blocks whoever says something mean about him. So he's got to block. So he's really into everybody fighting about the First Amendment right. He's really into it because he blocks anybody that gets mean. I mean, just go to his X account. He blocks everybody. If you say something, it's a block. But then he comes back. If he sees something on one of those other accounts that he has, then he comes back so he can respond to you. And as soon as he responds, then he blocks it again. And he thinks, wow, that is smart. That is the way I do it. That is great.
I never.
And it's so funny when he does it.
stressor besides
He
also
only
the
looks at
lawsuit
the
that
camera
I
for
mentioned.
short
That's
periods
also
of
coming up in
time
February, the motion to
because he
dismiss.
knows he's lying
there are
and he
some things
can't
hanging
look
over
at you all the
But
time.
beyond that, I'm feeling pretty good. Even
talk
though
to you about.
there's been a lot of
Look at him.
drama,
Again,
stress,
drama,
around
lot of
the
stress.
movement, around this guy,
Yes.
TV,
But you're
around
happy.
me, around
You're
us.
happy. Mike, you're happy.
But I just, public perception. I'm
Mike,
thinking a lot
You're happy.
today.
Oh,
about
no.
public-
Prince, I think you're right. I really do believe you're right. He kept that one eye, the right eye, on the chat so much that he became cross-eyed. I really do believe something happened with all the years with him doing the YouTube thing, because he was so important about that chat. And sometimes I forget about the chat, and I feel bad because I haven't said hi to the people that come in and say something in chat. but he's got to watch it. And then he's got to take care of everybody that's talking bad about him. It's like, Mike, just let it go. Let it go, Mike. And let the chat say whatever they want to say. Who cares? They're still going to say it to you no matter what. So who cares? You're not happy no more? You're happy.
How? Maybe I tick a little differently than some people.
Why do you? Well, you tick a little bit differently. That was the biggest statement he's ever made about himself ever. I might tick a little bit different than everybody. What do you think about that comment? Yeah, that's right on. That's right on, Cryford. Right on. You do tick a little bit different than everybody.
Because you bit the hand that has fed you for a long time.
Now, how could you end up hating this guy right here? You did so many shows with him, and you became just, I guess, so mad that everybody said that Betterow created your channel. But he did, Mike. If it wasn't for Betterow, you'd have nothing. Nothing. And you see that now when you don't have Betterow. You don't know what to talk about. If you had Betterow, you don't have to say anything because Betterow goes on and on and on with one question. It was the easiest thing you could ever do on YouTube was to have Betterow.
And I figured I'd just go back in my life and tell you a few little stories.
All right, let's hear them.
Stories that
can't wait for this.
Kind of changed the way I think.
We're talking
about
stories.
Public perception and what people think about me.
All right, I'll tell you what I think of you. You're an idiot.
Number one, when I was in second grade.
Second grade.
My mom, single mom.
Single mom. I love these stories.
We were a welfare family.
Oh.
Single mom, 2 kids, welfare.
All right.
And I was the oldest
child.
Do we
feel sorry for you?
The brunt of all the.
There's a lot of welfare people out there. And a lot of people that were on welfare. A lot of people that do well. You know, they get to a point where, you know, they get out and work hard. Mike, he had a different plan. He decided to, some people say that Mike's with somebody that he's 10, 15, she's 10, 15 years older than him. So he decided to go that route to get out of being a poor man. And that's fine. That's fine, whatever he wants to do. But he's just, he's going to give you the story about his upbringing and everything.
That family life. And my younger brother.
Is this true? Sorry about that. Mike said that Betterow used his channel to get clients. Did he really say that? I missed that. I wonder if it's in here. When I might have missed it 6-7 months ago. I don't know. Wow. See, that's how important he thinks he is. He just thinks that he is just the leader. You know, and that's what gets him and LTL mad about Turtle Boy, because he is a leader. Turtle Boy is a leader. And these guys just can't be a leader. They're followers. That's why they all say, oh, JFK is so smart. So smart. JFK, oh my God, he gets on the street. He knows what to do. He knows how to handle people. He can tell people all this kind of stuff. And it's crazy. Crawford is a crazy dude. Him and LTL Media. And like I said, I'm coming on, you know, to talk about, you know, LTL talks about how he prays for everybody. And it's important that he prays for everybody. But before you start praying, Brian, before you start praying, you really got to read the good book. You got to read the good book before you start praying. I keep this book around me at all times. All times. And it's the good book, Brian. It teaches you about praying. It teaches you what praying does, how it helps your life, how it takes away all that envy that you have. It's rotting your bones, all that. And then the other little book that I like to have is this book by me at all times, because it's a good book, about 3 stories. And you should really get it, Brian. I don't want to be religious here or anything, because my beliefs are my beliefs, but these are 2 things that I keep. And now everybody go, oh yeah, Jeff, but you pick on him. Is that really what the man upstairs wants? Well, he knows that I do this to lead, to try to get change. And I'm trying to change Brian. I'm trying to change Crawford into better human beings. So me and the man upstairs has an agreement, you know, and I try to do it by having humor. So I pick on him, and I'll call him some names. I'll call him an idiot. You know, I'll have to deal with that when I get to the gates. If they let me in, I'll have to deal with that part. But this is one of my first videos from about 6 months ago that I did. Didn't get a lot of views, but that's because I didn't have the Mary B's and Hippie Chick and BG and all them, helping out at that time. This was way before they got on board. So
you went to the
He was a
right
smart
state,
guy.
the welfare state.
But I would say I'm more book. He's
I
a
remember
smart
you.
guy, but I'd say I'm more of a reader and more
You're
of
more
a
of a reader.
questioner and more
more.
academically a better
Oh,
test
you're-
taker and all that, right?
You're a smart guy.
But he was younger than me.
When are you going
11
to show
months
that on
younger
one of
than
your
me.
shows that you're a smart
Oh,
When
guy?
I was a baby,
Crawford.
when I was a
I ain't
child, when I
crying.
was 3,
I'm
4
laughing
years
my
old,
ass off
Oh,
at how
okay.
much.
my brother used to speak for me. He used to communicate for me
Really? I wish you would have kept it up.
because I was what they call developmentally delayed. I was behind. I don't think I got the love or the nourishment
Guess
like
what,
most
Mike?
children
I,
get.
guess
early
what?
on
I
in
didn't
life.
talk until I was 4 years old.
that's a true statement. I didn't talk until I was 4 years old. I got to tell you the story. You know what I was born with and everything. One day I'll do that. But, I didn't talk until I was 4 years old. When I did start talking, my mom was like, God, how do we shut him up? But, he talks about how he's slow and all this kind of stuff. And he was letting his brother talk to him. It wasn't that he was slow. He was just letting his brother talk for him. Because Mike always takes the easy way out.
And then things kind of changed. My mom got remarried
Kind of changed.
to a guy who's a hard worker, wicked intelligent,
Wicked.
a great guy.
Wicked. Like Matt Damon Wicked, right?
And I also had great grandparents, like very successful.
You see that? I was way ahead of my time. I don't know if you guys are noticing this. Man, I got little drops of pictures. Look at that. I was way ahead of my time.
People still in our lives.
Very.
When I was in second grade, we had moved. We had moved from
In-
the city, being kind
Okay.
of poor, welfare kids in the city
okay. So you're
to
you're
a more
from
rural
Massachusetts.
environment. Probably
Okay. But you're still in the
most-
right state, though, if you're
the
welfare,
poorest street in town,
right?
basically.
Well,
There used to
Massachusetts is
be
pretty
the,
poor,
kind
right?
of the misfit village.
Your governor's pretty much
And
done
it's
that, right?
funny
To,
'cause
to
I
everybody
talk
in
about
Massachusetts.
perception.
Is that
When
perception?
we
Okay.
moved
And I apologize for all the liberals that'll watch this now and later. I mean, Massachusetts, there's some things that have to change. And it's not all liberals. It's not, there's Republicans that are bad too. But the whole concept of politics has to change and just become better. Because you got people like Crawford that loves what's going on in Massachusetts.
to that neighborhood,
Okay.
even though we were not having any property, to having owning a small home, very small home,
Very small.
on a
All right.
street full of
A lot of
white
people grow up in that.
who-
There you go. Mary B. See, we're broke. We're not poor. There you go. Broke and poor, different. But there's Mike's little house that he grew up on. See that? Look at that little. I was way ahead of my time with this stuff. And there's his little house. That's what he grew up in.
In a
bunch
small
of
home.
trailers, bunch of people who
A lot of people have a lot of
Would
kids
dig
growing up in a
land
small
for a living.
home. That's just the way it is.
and my parents having like jobs. My stepdad had a job
Okay,
for the
all right.
state.
All right.
They considered them like yuppies, like they were rich, even though
They
we
were
weren't
rich.
rich.
Okay.
We were maybe the
All right.
least
all right.
poor people on a very poor street back then.
The least poor people
know.
on a poor street.
Country poor. Let's just put it that way.
Country poor.
Country.
All right. I
And I
grew
was
up
in
in a
second
rural
grade.
area too.
And in second grade, I was in special ed classes exclusively.
Okay,
24/7.
I grew up on a farm. We milked cows on the farm. And I wanted to be so far away from that place when I got older. It was just crazy. And now, as you get older, it's like, oh boy, it would have been nice maybe to have a couple acres of the farm or whatever. But then I would have had to live next to my siblings, which no. So I was glad to get away and just leave. But Mike, he talks about, how poor he was and everything. But now he's money making Mike. Money making Mike. Beat me there. I never was in a
I
special ed
wasn't
class.
in the classroom with the regular kids at all.
And that house is pretty nice when you think of it. It was a nice little cute house on wheels that Mike had.
And like I said, my
Well, that
environment
explains
changed.
a lot about you.
I had the stepdad who challenged us to read books,
Yeah.
and I started reading a lot.
Started reading a lot. What did
And
you
happened
What
to
did you
me in the
read? Star
second
Wars.
grade Is the Iowa test. I
What
don't
did
know
you
if
read?
The bookworm there kind of looked like Mike if you look at it with the glasses on and that. Did kind of look like him.
you remember the Iowa test. It's like the
Batman,
SATs for
Robin.
younger students.
Superman.
and I took
That what you read?
Iowa test,
Comic books.
and I
There.
scored second highest.
Second
on,
highest.
You know,
This is the biggest thing right there. Mike is a pity farmer. And he continues to be to this day. It's all about Mike. It's all about how everybody's doing it, what's going on against him. It's him and Brian are the same way. It's always pity, 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 pity. And I got a different video. It's a longer video that I did with Brian just to show his obsession with Will. And that's coming up after this. We're going to watch a little. This wasn't that long. I think this was about 18 minutes. We're already probably half into it. So, but this is something, like I said, I put this together way before I really started the channel.
2 classrooms, the full grade. I was the second highest scoring on the Iowa test in the grade, in second grade.
Wow.
Genius.
And I immediately went from special ed to the advanced
You're a
class,
genius.
to
Yeah.
the advanced group back then.
Yeah.
It wasn't called
You're a
class,
genius.
the advanced group.
You're a genius.
So I went from being exclusively special ed, isolated, to being with the smart kids.
No, I think you're still special ed, though. I think there's still something there, Mike.
And the day
Definitely.
that happened, the day
I can see that.
those Iowa test results came out,
You're so smart
It
that
was
you can't
like,
even talk.
all of a sudden you went from not mattering at all
Oh, now you matter?
to being the teacher's great star
Okay.
pupil,
Oh,
to be
I gotta
paraded around.
I gotta
the
stop it
school,
right
to
here.
be
Do you hear what he
something
just
that
said?
all the adults were now proud of.
Do you hear what he just said?
Look,
What he thrives to be. He thrives to be somebody. Did you just hear that? That's his big game in all of this. He wants to be somebody. But
And that's the big game with Brian, him, and JFK show off. And Nan. Nan was the same way. She wanted to get on and be like Melanie Little. She wanted to be like Betterow. But she wasn't capable. She wasn't smart enough to do that. She wasn't even a defense attorney. And she wanted to be bigger than what she was. And that's what these guys are doing. Same thing. They want to be somebody. They get a little bit of a following. Like JFK never had a following. He said he did it as a rapper, but he didn't. All of a sudden, he got 16,000 people, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, look at this! I'm big now. I got people following me. I can tell them what to do, and they'll listen to me." The long gamers, and that's what they strive to do. They want to be able to control the people that listen to them, and somehow they hook those type of people, weak people, in. And I was one that watched JFK early on. I thought he was funny. But now it's not funny. Now he's pushing to try to be funny, and it's not funny.
fails. He fails at that. He fails in wanting to be somebody. And so he gets on YouTube and he thinks he has a voice now. He doesn't. He doesn't. The people that subscribe to him, give him money, and watch him, they need to really take a second look. I bet you out of the 57,000 that he has as subscribers, I bet you 40,000 of them probably forgot that they subscribed to him. People really got to watch what they're doing here. Because this guy's a fraud. He is a fraud. I don't care that he's on the Howie Carr network. He's a fraud. Complete fraud. Let's get back to it.
look at what we did with this kid. All right. So I saw that was my first time where public perception changed about me based on an achievement. And this happened to me quite a bit in my life, I gotta say.
Time for a commercial break. Just like O'Brien, all right? Time for a commercial break. He's got those little commercial breaks. He found out what his little side thing does. It's called the Roadcaster Pro, that it can change his voice. So it's time for a commercial break on my end here. All right. So listen up. Here it comes.
has been acquitted of unaliving fish. Now, Valhalla Awaits is joining Mastork Media on YouTube. Expect a wild ride. You will learn weird facts you did not know you needed them, but now you do. It will be fun. It will be smart. It could be lacking in the smarts, but you do not want to miss Valhalla and Mastork Media. Tune in live Wednesday, August 12th at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. Valhalla Awaits joins Mastork Media on YouTube.
So I'm not sure how any of this is my fault.
So we got to write it down now on your calendar. Big. Valhalla Awaits will join me Wednesday, the 12th, 1:30 p.m. Central Time, 2:30 Eastern. It's going to be a big show. Want to ask him a lot about. It was kind of funny when I asked him to come on. He goes, I would come on, but I found this. And it was me when I was praising back in the beginning of the channel, praising J7. He goes, I'm kind of worried because she's going to go after you. It's like she's already went after me. I'm not worried about that. So he was a little worried. And I got to say, that was great that he went back and checked me out, to make sure that it was a good fit for him to come on. But he is going to come on. I talked him into it. So we're going to have him on Wednesday, 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern Time. So you can want to come and watch Valhalla Awaits on Mastork Media.
And one thing that I realized over that time is the day before those Iowa tests came out, I was the same kid as the day the test came, as the day after when they were treating me special.
No, you're
I was
special.
the same kid.
You're special.
Nothing changed. The
You're
day
special.
before, I was a nobody. The next day, the principal, all the teachers, everybody is like, there's that kid.
There's that kid. He went from special ed to a genius. There's that kid.
Put on a pedestal.
Yeah.
I was the special project
What are
that
those
just
headphones?
made them all look so good.
Are those 1989
My senior year in high school? Very similar
headphones?
thing happened when I
Mike,
I
are
put it up
those?
on
I had a pair of those headphones. I think I still have them. Like in 19, I was in Little Rock, Arkansas doing radio, and I had those headphones. They're like old Sony headphones, I believe. So he's had them probably for a long time. They were good headphones, but there's better now that he should probably try. But Mike likes to stay in yesteryear when he was money making Mike.
my Twitter because
1989 headphones.
I know it kind of
Are
it's funny,
those the old
wrestling thing,
Sonys?
because I know it kind of triggers people.
Is that what that is? What are those?
But I also use that. This is for some of you guys.
Get
don't
some padding on the wall,
understand
Mike.
where I'm coming from, and
See, this is
when
what I don't
put things
understand
up, what
about
it actually
people on
means for me.
YouTube. They just start
And I look at
play
that as the
in their
same thing,
room,
because
and they got
the day before I
reverb. They got
became
it's not
Timberlane
deadening.
champ,
The sound
high
is
school, I
just
was a
all
nobody.
over. He could help himself with the room, the way it's giving up the sound by just bringing the microphone closer to him. He could easily change it a little bit. Now my microphone has a little bit of reverb because I have that in there. I want that in there. Not like this where it's bouncing off the walls and everything. If you listen to Mary B, perfect example. When you listen to her, you don't hear that sound because she has that microphone set perfectly for the room. Perfectly. And she's just far enough away. If I was her, I'd even bring it a little bit closer. But it's set really good. And if you listen to her, that's the way a microphone should sound. For the place, it's bouncing.
I was a nobody.
And they get 57,000 people.
I win this Timberlane
Don't you
Invitational
care
Championship.
about
The only
sound
kid in the
when
school
you're
to win
listening
that
to
title, the
people
wrestling
like this?
title that year. That one of the most prestigious.
Mike says he's a
wrestling
free
tournaments, high
speech
school wrestling
supporter.
tournaments around Timberlane.
But you say
perennial
something Mike don't
New
agree
Hampshire
with,
state
he blocks
champion
you
type schools in
immediately.
wrestling.
He blocked me
with
right
a lot
away.
of the top Merrimack Valley schools,
On X.
like a really tough invitational tournament to win.
Oh, it's just,
When I won that title,
oh boy. Oh,
the
I
next
forgot.
Monday when I went into school,
You were a star, huh? Everybody,
all of a sudden
all
I
the
was
girls
a big man
wanted
on
you.
campus.
Yep, you were a big
All
man.
of a sudden, the adults, the teachers, the coaches.
Now remember, this was second grade, right? Because you did well in that Iowa test. Now all of a sudden he's a big man on campus after second grade. He might have jumped ahead a little bit, but yeah, he's a big man in campus after that Iowa test when he came in second.
The students, the boys,
Oh,
and
boy.
even the girls, even the
Oh,
even the
yes.
young
I bet you the
ladies.
girls wanted you. Oh, I bet
It
they
was like
did.
I was a different person.
Yes.
Like
That's exactly what I'm doing, Amy. That's exactly what I'm doing. This was one of the first videos I ever did with the channel, the first. And I just wanted to go back and see how much Mike has changed from about 8 months ago, 7 months ago. This is before I had I think I had like two subscribers. So I wanted to go back and just watch it.
The public perception on me changed overnight.
I think he's still talking about elementary school. I think he is.
My Lord, listen to this.
And I was the same
Listen
kid
to
the week
this.
before.
And he doesn't have an
I
ego.
got to say, my coaches, my two coaches, Vaughn and Con, they're in a different category.
Vaughn and Con.
Because
Vaughn
they
and Con.
believed in
Coaches.
us, a lot of us students and wrestlers.
Oh, here we go. We're going back to wrestling days now. Here we go. Now we jumped out of elementary, I think. Now we're in grade school, I think.
Before we did. So they were already on board. They were already our ride or dies. But I'm talking about the rest of the
Were you
general
state title
population.
champ?
And that's what this is really about, the public perception thing I'm
I
talking
gotta go
about.
look.
I'm not
Are
talking
you?
about the ones who are,
Is your name on
the
the
ride or
internet as a
dies of
state
my life.
champion in
because
Massachusetts
that's
for
a different
wrestling?
story. I embrace
You mean
them
don't
so
leave
hard.
yet,
Nice.
Amy?
Embrace
But I'm
them.
We got things to look at here. Don't leave yet. We got a whole video on Bri. You're not going to want to miss. And come on, this stuff right here, what I'm doing with Crawford is captivating. This is real stuff right here.
Talking about
So
the public
hard.
perception.
So hard.
And a funny thing happened.
Look at me. I'm a
Take a
physical
sip. Hold on one
specimen.
second.
Look at my arms.
He is a physical specimen, isn't he? He just wants to fight Kasi G. This is before he wanted to dance with Kasi G. This is before that. But he was probably thinking about dancing with Kasi G. I think he was thinking about going to take a shower at this time. He was thinking about it, and then he said, I'll do it later.
I'm
And a
strong.
funny thing happened after I won that Timberlane title.
I'm such an athlete.
He won the title. He won the title.
I smoke dope all the time.
It only lasted a week.
Not that there's anything wrong with smoking dope, all right? It's legal in Massachusetts, so I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when you smoke too much dope, this is what happens right here.
I was the big man on campus for 1 week in my high school.
Well, look at you.
Because
Oh,
what
we
happened,
went from elementary school to a little bit of grade school. Now we are talking about how he was such a great athlete in high school. He jumps around. He goes pretty quick through his life.
the following week,
You got your
as
ass.
there was another tournament.
You
It was
got your
called
ass
the Cape
handed
Ann
to you,
League
didn't you?
Tournament.
Because you thought
And
you
in
were
the Cape
bigger.
Ann League finals that I should have won, that I was the number one seed, that I should have won that title. I should have gone on to the States.
Well, number one seed. He should have won the title. You're right, Mary B. He does give the Stoners a bad look. Look at that look. Does anybody want that look right there, that haircut? And then he tried to get a different haircut and now, and it's like, I mean, honestly, you hate to pick on somebody's looks, all right? But they all like to do that. They all like to go after people's looks, especially Will. So you kind of like, you just got to go back at it and point it out to them so that they understand and everything. All right, Mike, come on, let's go here.
Should have been
Is that
the
when you
top
started
probably,
smoking dope?
one or two in the States that year.
Oh, boy.
But
Did
what
you get a
happened in
state
the
title?
Cape Ann League finals the next following week
Uh-oh.
in the championship match
What
is I choked.
Oh, you
I
did.
got disqualified. A match
Oh,
I should have won.
you're a cheater.
I got suspended, so I couldn't wrestle in the sectionals. I had never gotten any penalties.
You're a cheater.
In all of my time in wrestling, I didn't even get stalling calls.
You're a cheater.
I wonder if this was the match that he lost to John Cena's. Isn't that the guy's name, the wrestler? I'm not much of into wrestling. John Cena. Is that where he probably wrestled Cena's brother?
I
You're
picked the
admitting you're a
worst
cheater?
time to choke and get disqualified.
You're admitting you're a fake. You're a wannabe.
And those same teachers and those same people that thought I was so great.
Were you
the week
cheating to
before,
win?
The next
This is funny. You're right, Prince. Why would you tell this story? Why would you tell this story?
Monday, I was back to
Listen
being
to this guy.
What's wrong
He's
with that?
reliving his high school days. Yeah, I can't go anymore with Mike Crawford. So Mike Crawford basically said tonight that he's better than Betterow. He said that everybody was saying that Betterow was too good for him, but he realizes now that he's too good for Betterow. Mike, you are a putz. A complete putz. You are backstabbing. You are the most insecure person probably on YouTube, other than Brian at LTL.
Look at me with the picture drops here. This is some high level stuff for somebody just beginning in YouTube. Are you watching this? This is something else. I was way ahead of my time. Way ahead of my time. Unbelievable.
You worry about how many subs everybody else has. You two are the most insecure people. And you need to stop. You need to stop keeping this fight going. Nobody cares. Now, I shouldn't say that because you're getting money.
Now, look at now today, if we watch, I have a video set for this, Brian's like amped it up. I mean, his jealousy, his insecurities have ramped up when it comes to Turtle Boy and Will. I mean, it's gotten worse. I believe that Brian's probably not seeing a therapist anymore. I really believe he isn't. And he needs to get back to it because he's letting Turtle Boy and Will just take over his life. And it's unbelievable. And Nan's not giving him big money anymore. Nan's only giving him $10, $20. So Nan's calmed down a little bit in the whole thing. So I wonder why she took the money away. What do you think's going on there?
So you think if you keep this going, you'll make some money. That's all it's about with you and Brian. Because you got to get some soundproofing on your walls, just like Mike. Because what happens is when you talk, it all reverberates back to the microphone. And then you get a little bit of reverb. So stop that. Guys, get better with your equipment. Do it for your people that view you. Okay?
They haven't fixed that problem at all.
I'll be back. I'm going to do something on Brian because Sunday night he went off, and told everybody that they were idiots, and he acted like the idiot.
There's Brian with his bald head, and then there's Brian with that thing that Nan bought him. I don't know. It's up in here. If you can see my mouse, this is where I believe that it's a rug. This part right here, right on the top, because it looks if a strong wind would come up, this would fly right off. But I don't know. I would go back to just being bald if I was Brian. Just go back to being bald. And I think it would be just better for him. So, all right, let's go to the, we might as well take another commercial break. Sorry. We'll take a commercial break, then we'll come back and do the other video. All right. So here's another commercial break. Promoting Valhalla will be on Mastork Media come this Wednesday the 12th.
Has been acquitted of unaliving fish. Now, Valhalla Awaits is joining Mastork Media on YouTube. Expect a wild ride. You will learn weird facts you did not know you needed them, but now you do. It will be fun. It will be smart. It could be lacking in the smarts, but you do not want to miss Valhalla and Mastork Media. Tune in live Wednesday, August 12th at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. Valhalla Awaits joins Mastork Media on YouTube.
So I'm not sure how any of this is my fault.
So there you go. Valhalla Awaits will be on with me Wednesday. So make sure you're around for that. All right, let's get this out. Now, this one you'll be able to see where I did some editing, all right, because Brian did some weird things. And so I wanted to showcase that. And I know there's a person out there that watches me that really got upset that I kind of changed some things around in the videos that I watch. But it's just that I'm adding because of my dark humor. And so I like to add some things. So a couple of things right off the bat that you'll see that Brian did that I showcased throughout the video, the talent that he has.
You look like Aaron. And we're live. We're live here on LTL Media across the Young Jerks channel tonight. I think Mike is streaming on X. I'm streaming on X as well. And I want to welcome everybody in to this. I don't even know what night it is. What is it? Tuesday night?
Wednesday
night. Jeez, it's hump day. And I'm already humping past. I'm humping before hump day. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Nice to see Mike. Mike, thanks for jumping up on panel tonight. And, I had this thought in my head over the last couple of days. And, obviously.
Last couple of days, when it comes to Will and Turtle Boy, he's got that thought 24 hours a day.
There's been this kind of like infighting drama, battles, and creators and everybody
that,
stomping
Prince,
all over
didn't you,
each
in that
other.
short clip?
But I look
Wow.
at this and I'm looking at some of the chats that have come up, and they're saying things like, if you don't support Turtle Boy, then you support the McAlberts. If you don't, you guys have Turtle Boy derangement syndrome. But I throw the question back to them.
Oh.
When we all first got in this, when we got all in this together, what were we doing? We were fighting for Karen Reed. We were fighting for John.
Now, the thing I used in the beginning where he said one woman looked like Karen, everything's about Karen Reed. His intro still is about Karen Reed. His intro to his show, Karen Reed. The guy's so obsessed with Karen Reed also, but in a different way. Well, maybe not. Maybe he likes Turtle Boy and Will in the same way. I never thought about that. He might, because the way he uses both hands. He might like Turtle Boy and Will the same way that he does Karen. But the Karen thing, I mean, when he did the posters and she signed them, I mean, he treated her like a movie star. Still does. I mean, he talks about it was his life. Just trying to figure out how he's going to get Karen to like him.
And now you look at, people saying like, if you don't support TB, you guys support the McAlberts. But what if I throw that back on you and say, well, what if you don't support us? Are you supporting the other side?
Wonder if you're not supporting us. Are you supporting the other side? No, you guys are supporting the other side. Mike Crawford had Krusty on, for God's sakes. Come on, Brian. What are you trying to say?
Is that what you're doing? Because they don't want us here. They want us to go away. I still have a lot of questions in all of this. And I don't know, Mike, how you feeling about this?
This is the guy that started out right away. And then he went and got a studio that he was paying $2,000 a month for because he thought he was so big. He got all those subs because, he helped Turtle Boy out when Turtle Boy was in jail. Of course, he likes to say, I didn't ask Turtle Boy for nothing. Well, no, you didn't have subs. So you thought, well, I'll go and help Turtle Boy's channel out and I'll get some of those subs to come over to me. And then all of a sudden I got a good base and I can grow on that. So you didn't need money. You didn't need to ask him for anything because you used them for everything that you wanted was subs. And that's why you did it. And you saying that you helped Karen Reed, you didn't help. Your subs helped. I would like to see, like Jess Machado, how much money he actually gave to Karen Reed, his own money that he didn't raise on his channel. I'm talking about his own out-of-pocket money. I would like to know how much.
I mean, I get attacked from both sides. So there you go. Like people are trying to tell me what side I'm on. I'm like, well, I don't know if you noticed, but the anti-Karen Reed people still go after me. I don't know if you noticed that, people. They might be a little bit nicer to me. They might like that we're going after Turtle, but come on. Like, and it comes right down to, I come back to them and say, Karen was found not guilty. And I think one of the things that pissed people off the most this week or the last couple of weeks is I spoke the truth, things that Free Karen Reed doesn't want to hear, which is, the real truth. Like the Gretchen Voss shit was devastating.
That report in that Boston magazine was so bad, but here's Mike. It was devastating. Now this video with them was maybe late last week, I think it was, or maybe the week before. I don't know. But, they were still going strong about New Jersey, still are. And turning out that the New Jersey charge is just getting, I don't know about you, but I think that thing is getting weird. I mean, that girl's got some problems. I thought these two had problems, and I thought Krusty had problems. That LS there in New Jersey's got some problems. I mean, she was taking her picture, her face, and putting it on other people's bodies, and then making her picture where she's out with Derek Jeter. I mean, there's something going on there. And until this day, I'm telling you, I hope that Nan has something to do with it, because that will be the last straw for Nan on YouTube. She got away with paying for Alex's polygraph test, but this would be something if she's involved with this.
A lot of that shit like held up. It's holding
Mhm.
up. Like people in the media are noticing it. Like what's coming is going to be a lot worse. And we didn't create these problems. There's one person who created all the problems, and you want us
Only
to
one
continue. I've
person.
tried to clean them
He tried to clean him up. Mike tried to help him.
up for 2.5 fucking years. You know, after a while, you just can't do it anymore. You just can't. And now I'm just reporting the news. The other night, Ned and I did a great show, and we were actually, I felt like actually giving him some good advice, actually, in a lot of respects, and covering his case like nobody else does. 2 hours of talking just about New Jersey. And they get so triggered. They get so mad. They can't handle it. He's telling me I'm not real. Dude, you called me Cryford, and you were on the floor crying. I can't go back. I mean,
Mike, you were crying when you thought, when Krusty, I don't know how the story all went because I had just started watching the Karen Reed thing, but something about Turtle Boy went to jail, and then Mike Crawford thought he was next, and he was crying. Remember, he was asking everybody that he had to raise money just in case he had to get a lawyer. Talk about somebody that started crying. It was over something that Krusty wrote to him. It wasn't nothing about Tully, or it was something that Krusty started. And he got worried. He started crying. Oh, you got to help me. Got to get some money for for a lawyer because they're coming after me next. They're coming after me.
that's the reality, and I'm supposed to pretend to take that. I'm supposed to take that. It's like I took it for 2.5 years,
Right.
and now I'm just telling the truth.
What is that talk? Supposed to take that. I'm supposed to take that. Why does he talk like that?
I'm not even mad at the guy. I feel bad for him. Still almost trying to help him. Some people even get mad at me for that and say, "You're still trying to help Turtle Boy."
Oh, you're still trying to help Turtle Boy. Yeah, you sure are, Mike. You're still trying to help him. Oh, my. Yep. When everybody else says they don't want him to go to jail, here's Mike in the back. Well, I can't really go that far. Maybe he does need a little stay in jail.
I'm just doing my thing. I'm telling people reality. What's the comment? What are we
Well,
looking
no,
at?
it's like this thing, and you just look. I want to read the tail end that says, "Move on to something with substance." I'm trying to.
Is that what it was? Krusty said he was next, and so he took it to heart, and then he had to ask everybody for a lawyer, and because he was next, he was going to be in jail. He was crying way before Turtle Boy did. And Turtle Boy, you can understand it. I mean, he didn't want to go back. And in that incident, that was basically what he was thinking, that everybody was against him and he was going back to jail. And these guys are just, they're pieces of work.
help him, but I know he doesn't want the friend.
Says substance, bro. This is the number one. Jay Becker, you want to watch this because you're here.
You
So
are
many
here.
people want to watch this. So and number two, there is substance behind this because this is a major trial. Put that up. I want to read the whole thing.
Yeah,
I want to make sure I'm not misquoting him. I want to see what he's saying here. Stop with the pity parties. Number one, there's no pity here. Like,
Oh, Mike, he is something.
I'm fucking loving life. Like, my life is really good. Just like I said.
Him and Brian just loving life. But they talk about Turtle Boy and Will, but they're loving life. They're really telling everybody how much they're loving life with the content that they put out. They're loving life.
Said it would be. It's like, I have no charges. There's nothing. Like, I wake up good. And the fact is, I'm happy that people do want to hear what we have to say. Like, even Turtle. Aiden's playing our show every day.
Playing the show
Obviously,
every night.
And they're all paying attention
Mike,
to us. So
Mike,
what pity party
Mike.
am I on?
Turtle Boy is playing your show, playing Brian's show because he wants to laugh. You give him a chance to laugh so he can forget about his own troubles. He's putting you on because you guys are laughable. Mike thinks everybody watches them because they're getting something from the content. They're not. Come on, Mike.
I'm on a rise again. This is why I wanted to do my show on my own without needing.
You're on a rise again. Is that when you're looking at your man that you want to dance with? I'm sorry, Cassie G. I shouldn't say that, but he does. He wants to dance on you, and he wants. He's on the rise.
Anybody else? My show. I got my show back. I'm fucking happy about it. Very fucking happy. So there's no pity party. And then you go on. It says it's a fact. If you're on social media, YouTube, you have fans and haters. Exactly, which I like. I actually like the haters.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I actually enjoy them now.
I actually like the haters. That's why I block everybody, and then I come back on for a short minute so that I can respond. And then before they respond back to me, I block them again because I like them. He is something. And the thing is that people actually give these two money when they talk in circles like this. They support this. And they think that he's right. They think that they're right. What kind of people are watching this and actually believing this shit? I don't know.
Literally true, every content creator move on to something. Well, we address that. This does have substance. This is a big fucking story. And the bottom line is Brian and I, we know all these people. We know everything about this. We have sources that nobody else does. So we're going to cover this. This is obviously something worth covering. All right, go ahead. Do you want
No,
to
I just,
comment on more?
and that's the thing is that I've been up here trying to preach over the last 2 weeks to TB and just say, bro, like helping you. We were breaking down the motions. We were going through your cases. We were replaying replaying and going through his hearings. You were playing them live on the channel. We were doing fundraising. Then all of a sudden it's this twist. It's the Cryford BLT twist. I look at this because the lane it's narrowing thin for him as far as his support. I mean, last week there was like a blow up with Nurse Kim. It seems like they've patched things up.
So this was 2 weeks ago, I guess. Then but Brian, he gets yelling. That's the thing. Yeah, he likes to yell. He really does. He just he can't control himself when he gets going about Will and Turtle Boy. He gets excited and he starts yelling at you. What are you people doing? What are you doing? Will's stealing from Turtle Boy. He's stealing. They talk about how dumb Will is, right? But then in the second part of it, then they talk about how smart he is for having the petty streams. But he's dumb. He's stupid. Get your teeth fixed. That's all they got coming from them. But then all of a sudden he's smart.
Going to go after her. Maybe that's the better angle. I don't know. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, nor do I give a shit or care what goes on behind the scenes. But I look at this fact is that everybody sits here and says that me and Mike, you don't support Turtle Boy. You don't talk about his case. You don't help him out. Well, I've been trying to do that. And I've been trying to give him some friendly advice in all of this, that I think that he's got someone in his corner that is looking to possibly corner the market. If you want to Mike knows that.
There's Brian's great internet. You see that? What happened there? Yep. That's his great internet.
Expression. He hangs out, uses his crowd. He does the petty streams. And I know you're watching, Will Henry. I know you're watching right now, buddy. But I think
I know you're watching, Will Henry. I know it. I know you're watching me because I'm important. And I'm going to talk about you. So I know you're watching, Will Henry.
That you want to do the TB takeover because I look at June 6th.
It's funny because he'll say, I know you're watching, Will Henry. And then he goes, Will Henry's a drunk. Will Henry's high. He's this, he's that. Well, if he's all that, then he's not watching you, Brian. And if he is, and if that's true that he's drunk and he's, he's just out of it and everything, well, then he's not remember watching you. So take one lane or the other. Let's go here.
2026. And that was the stream that you wanted to test the riders. That was the stream that you wanted to test TB. And you wanted to see where you could get with his crew. And then you did the magnet. You got him on the stream. And guess what happened, Mike? Mike knows what happens. The petty started flowing.
Well, it's because his girlfriend, Tubery, his girlfriend likes that 70s mustache look. That's why. Because she's probably from the 70s, right? Where she was, because she's like 20 years older than him, somebody said. So she likes that stash that way.
The memberships, you got the super chats. That's all this guy wants out of you, buddy. That's all he wants out of you. And I'm telling you, he's secretly twisting his fucking mustache.
Oh, so that's so Will has a girlfriend now. So that's why they're talking about this girl or whatever. Interesting. Then Brian's jealous over that because he thought for sure he was going to get Karen. Let's face it, Brian, he can say what he wants, people, but the flock, I got to tell you, he's mad as hell at Will Henry, not because of what Will Henry says now. He's mad. He has been jealous of Will Henry all the way back when Karen Reed ended up on Will Henry's channel twice during the trial. Remember that? That's what he's mad about, because the person that came to me and said something about Brian And Brian really needs to watch his circle. He really does. That's what he tells Will all the time. But somebody came to me and said, when Karen went on Will's channel, Brian called Nathan Reed immediately and said, "What did I do? What did I do? What is she doing?" And so he was actually the one crying. And now he likes to, say that everybody else does. But, wow. So Will's got a girlfriend. So now that really makes Brian mad too then. Wow. Look at that. I didn't know that. Kalen. Huh. Isn't that interesting? So he's really mad about that. Now I know there's another reason why he's mad.
Stash behind your back, buddy. And he's like going, I hope some of them charges drop. I hope maybe his bail gets revoked.
Another thing with him.
He's just.
And I talk about it a lot. But do you notice how he can talk for a long time? Brian can. He can go on and on and on, and talk for a long time. Then all of a sudden, he's got to slip back into this Boston accent. All of a sudden, he'll just Todges, the garden. He's got to always go back to little things just to show everybody that he's got that accent. But he doesn't need it because he'll talk for a long time without it.
Waiting. And then, and listen, I don't want you to go to jail. I know Mike doesn't want you to go to jail. I don't pray anybody goes to jail.
Mike does.
The reason that I'm doing the stream and I'm asking the audience and I'm asking Mike on this panel, does he have the opportunity to change his life? And I look at it. He's still young. He still has time. He's got family, but I don't know if it's going to stick because I think he's.
Oh, here's another Tony Robbins.
Just surrounding himself by the wrong fucking people. And maybe on those conversations that he has privately with the people that he thinks are his friends, they're giving him the wrong advice, And I'm like, dude, drop that dude. He's just waiting for you. He's waiting for his opportunity to pluck your audience. And then, possibly if you're inside, you may call him and say, Will Henry.
Now just remember, Will Henry's dumb and stupid and everything else. But now Brian's saying that he's a genius.
Henry, I need a fundraiser stream. Do you think you can pop up and do one? I don't know, TB. I got petty to do on Mike and I got petty to do on Cryford and BLT. Can't help you today. Click. And you know what? He's grabbed your audience. And he might help you for a little bit. But what did he say? He said, well, it's just not that interesting. I don't think
I got to move on.
You got to move on.
And tonight he tried to do a turtle show too, and I don't think it went too well. Like I didn't see a lot of super chats. So,
See, it's funny because Turtle Boy, anybody that watches Turtle Boy, before he comes on, like tonight, there's thousands waiting for him. Thousands. These guys can hardly get to 300 to watch a whole show with them. Turtle Boy gets 3,000 waiting for him to come on. But they always go, oh, he's not making that much money. He's not making money. No, the super chats are down. Well, Turtle Boy don't even do super chats. Aren't they called something else on his show?
I think he'll move on, and I think he's already planning that. He's already knowing the numbers are drying out. Like, that's all he cares about. You and I, we'll continue to do our show whether we have numbers or not. He won't. Like, that's a
He just admitted it. We're going to do our show no matter if we got numbers or not. But they're on the way up. They're coming back. So I don't know why he made that statement right there. We'll be here no matter what if we got numbers or not.
Will is very number dependent. We're not, which is different. But the thing about the whole thing is, can he change? Yeah, he could. Mm-hmm. But will he? Like, that's the question. Like, I don't think he will, unfortunately. And even Nan and I, we tried to do a straight show, and he got mad. I guess he got mad about that. Like he's, I don't know. He just, if you don't tell him what he wants to hear, you're not getting close to that guy. Like, that's it. Like, it's just the bottom line. And people play him like a fiddle. They tell him what he wants to hear. They're not his.
Told on yourself. If you don't tell him what he wants to hear, then he doesn't like you. That's just you too. If you don't tell you what you want to hear, you block. You just told on yourself, buddy. Come on.
Friends. Anyone that tells you what you want to hear all the time is not your friend.
Unless you're a narcissist.
I guess that's what he wants, but that's what's going to burn him down. And I think that, I don't think he can. I mean, he could. It's possible. Anyone, especially like you said, he's a young guy. He could turn his life around. He could make amends, but will he? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Why does he talk like that? Where he always does the Willie, dancing with Cassie? What is up with Mike Crawford? Really? Come on, man.
Rose asks, says Mike and Brian, do you think he can redeem himself? Redeem himself? I don't know, but I still think people in life have the power to change. Okay,
Yeah.
and they may never.
See, Brian, that's where I say, you do have the opportunity to change, Brian, right here, but it's going to take the good book. You got to read the good book, Brian. Brian, you're going to pray for people. You got to read the good book, the change. You really do. Open it up and just start reading. You'll gain so much information.
People forgive, but they may not forget, and I think there's going to be a lot of that, obviously, because there's been a lot of victims over the time and the things that he's done, some pretty nasty shit to women. But does he have the power to change? I think that everybody does, and I think that, there's certain things out there and help that you can get to make that, but you got to be able to want to do that. You have to come to terms with yourself. I want to change. I want to make a real change.
See, this is all propaganda. This is all him trying to say that he's talking to Turtle Boy, but he needs to take his own advice on this stuff.
And I think, maybe some healthy thing is just get away from it all for a while. Sit back, maybe talk to a few people, get your head straight.
Focus on your cases.
Yeah.
Don't focus on us. I mean, that's the stupidest thing, this whole thing, too, about we want them in jail or we're supporting.
I don't want anybody in jail.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody in jail.
I will say that, too. But even if.
Mike, I'll say that, too, I guess. If you make me, Brian, I'll say that.
If we did, who gives a fuck? In the end, we're not trying to put you in jail. It's what the bottom line is what's going to happen when he goes before a fucking jury. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can swear all you want.
What happens when he goes to a jury in New Jersey? What happens when he goes to a jury?
You can swear all you want. Now, do you really need to swear to get your point across? I don't know. These two love to throw that F word in there. I guess it makes it more believable to them.
In Norfolk County or Suffolk County. That's all that matters. What I think or how I feel, it doesn't matter. I mean, people are getting crazy too out there. This clown tonight was basically saying Nan's behind New Jersey, I guess. That's what people came away.
I wonder if they're talking about me there. It must have been, huh? Because I was the one right away that said that I believe that Nan is involved with New Jersey. And we're seeing it, I think. Excuse me for coughing. Almost pulled a Crawford there. So, I mean, I don't know. I just think in my opinion, I think Nan's behind some of this. I really do.
Away with that, with his little dog whistles. Nan has nothing to do with New Jersey. None of us do. They try to push it on me too.
That's a weird statement right there. Nan has nothing to do with New Jersey, even though she lives there and she is a lawyer there. And then he said, none of us do. None of us do. That makes it more believable if you say none of us do.
I have nothing to do with New Jersey. You know who does?
Why does he say that? I have nothing to do with New Jersey. It's interesting. Boy, if there's something out there where somebody can actually bring it out and open, I mean, that would be really critical to Mike, Brian, and Nan. Really. And JFK show off again, too. I mean, JFK should have took a bigger hit with the whole Alex thing, but he didn't. But they got out of that real quick, didn't they? They got out of that when they found out that Alex was a hoodlum.
The lady's husband's law firm. I mean, that's what this is about. This is why I won the dude. You're fighting a fucking law firm. Why would they need Nan when they have their husband's law firm, who allegedly, that's what this is about. A lot of this is about the husband's law firm, from what I've been told. And this is something I heard when I warned him.
See, that's the thing. I'm going to go back here to Melanie. She sent Turtle Boy the voicemail. That person was looking for advice from an attorney, and she sent it. Now, is it against the law? No. But that's definitely bad practice. And she did that. She sent that voicemail to Turtle Boy. So, again, she was doing that because she wanted to be on the good side of Turtle Boy. She wanted to be on Turtle Boy's show. Let's face it, whenever we look at Nan, all right, just remember her goal was to be a person that was going to be on Turtle Boy all the time and will. She wanted to go after those two shows because of the subs. That's what she wanted. She wanted to be Melanie Little on that show. on those two shows, I should say, or a better row. And that's what it was all about. It's crazy. It really is crazy when you think of it. And if you think Nan's not involved, man, I feel like she is. I just feel like she is. And it's too crazy that this person, I mean, the person knows that she did all this lying, but she's still going ahead with this, and that she's got to be coaxed by somebody. And somebody didn't know about all this stuff that she's done with putting her head and telling stories about her dad being a judge. And I guess her dad wasn't a judge. Now she might be married to a lawyer, but how long do you think she's going to continue to be married to that lawyer with all this stuff coming out? I mean, these guys are banking on the New Jersey thing, and I think it's going to come back and just hit these guys right in their face. It's just, you can't
Back
make
in October. So there you go. I mean, this whole thing, they can't be honest. They have to go with, and it's dangerous, the shit that they do. It's dangerous for the audience. The audience is getting all gassed up on it. It's reckless, and it's they lie to you. These are the same people who said the wiretap was AI. They're the same people who said Aiden didn't do it. It was Meredith. Meredith recorded Karen Reed before Aiden admitted it, obviously. You know, these are the people that said, I didn't hear the recording. They lied to their audience.
Yes, we got to take a break here. Thanks for reminding me, Tubery. Got to take a break. Commercial break. LTL commercial break. Here we go.
Been acquitted of unaliving fish. Now, Valhalla Awaits is joining Mastork Media on YouTube. Expect a wild ride. You will learn weird facts you did not know you needed them, but now you do. It will be fun. It will be smart. It could be lacking in the smarts, but you do not want to miss Valhalla and Mastork Media. Tune in live Wednesday, August 12th at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. Valhalla Awaits joins Mastork Media on YouTube.
So I'm not sure how any of this is my fault.
Now, if you notice that I did that myself, okay? I did that all by myself. That little commercial break. That's something that Brian tries to do. And, he takes his little roadcaster, and then he tries to change his voice and all that. But see, I didn't use the roadcaster there, Brian, just so you know. I got a roadcaster. That's the thing right here. Right here. This is my roadcaster. Runs my microphone. But I don't have that in my studio where I do my voice work. I got something completely different. The expert is here. He is a YouTuber now. That's why I went out and I got him. Thanks for being here.
A lot of that going on, and they want to point at us like we're the crazy people. We're the ones causing problems. All we're doing is telling the audience the truth on what's actually happening and keeping our emotion out of it. Like, I have no more emotion about this anymore. I don't even
care.
Now, please, everybody that's here, share the channel. I got to get to 1,000. All right. I always wanted this to be to 100. And then all of you people surprised me with being to 500. I think I'm at 540 right now on the channel with Mark, and my niece Jen is kind of joining the channel. Going to get some other people. Soon we're going to be doing the people that are here that are new, that don't know what really goes on with the channel. In about 2 weeks, we'll start the football season, NFL football season. And that's when I bring my buddy Tracy back. And if you don't know who Tracy Broussard is, it's Broussard, Tracy Broussard. Tracy is my best friend. And Tracy just happens to be a star. I mean, a true star, not a JFK star. All right. Not a wannabe. He's not a wannabe. Tracy Broussard is a star. Tracy Broussard plays drums every night to 20,000 people when he plays. I mean, this guy is an incredible drummer. One of the best drummers to ever come out of Nashville. I should say one of the best drummers to ever come out of Louisiana, because he's originally from Louisiana. Now, how does a guy in Wisconsin meet a guy from Louisiana? Well, you book his boss to come to Wisconsin and do a show. Yeah, I promoted shows. I promoted a country star to come to my area in Wisconsin and ended up becoming very good friends. And then Tracy's a big Dallas Cowboy fan, and that's why we decided to do our sports show. And because I'm a Packer fan, he's a big Cowboy fan. And I ran a radio station in 2007 to 2014 It was owned by a guy that played with the Dallas Cowboys. His name was Al Johnson. And I hooked him up with Tracy. And Tracy went to a couple of practices, a couple of football games at Dallas. I mean, just made his day. And not only that, but when I first introduced Al Johnson and Tracy went to hang out with Al a weekend in Dallas. And that's when Tony Romo was actually living with Al in his house. Al had bought a house, so Tony Romo was his roommate. Yeah, the same Tony Romo that had to stretch during his DUI. And Tracy got a chance to sleep in Tony Romo's bed. And so I pick on him about that. But Tracy Broussard, him and I will do a show. It's called Over the Line. And we talk sports. We talk football. We talk NFL. We talk Packers. We talk Cowboys. And that'll pick up in about 2 more weeks. And you got to watch it. You got to come and join us for those shows because Tracy is just a hoot. I mean, a hoot. He is one of the most genuine people you ever meet in your life. He's real. I mean, he could be a guy that would stick his nose up if he wanted to, but this man is a real guy. I mean, he has kept the friendship between me and him alive for over 20 years. Sometimes I just don't call him, and all of a sudden he'll call and go, well, what's going on? How come you're not calling me? He's the one that keeps the friendship going, and he's a good guy. And as a matter of fact, I think they're in Ohio tonight. I should have called them. If I thought about it, I should have called them and put them on the show tonight. But right now he's on the bus heading back to Nashville. But they were in Ohio and doing a festival there. But so Tracy and I will do a show in about 2 more weeks. We'll start the Over the Line show, and it'll be a heck of a show. And we do have our channel on YouTube. It's called Over the Line. I think it's OTL 615 maybe. So come and subscribe to that too and everything. There's another one I got to get to you guys that I want you, hang on a second, that I want people to get out and support. If I can find it here real quick. I'll have to look for it. We'll go back to watching Crawford here in LTL.
I mourned this whole thing 6 months ago, people. That's the thing for me. You have to realize, I'm over it. It's like, when you break up with a girlfriend and then 6 months goes by and you're dating someone else and life has gone on, you're happy, your life is back. That's me right now. But I still have to
Tubery, I watch everything. When it sticks out, I find it. And then I clip it right away. So I can use it in either an intro or a song. So I try to find that stuff.
report on the old girlfriend because that was my beat. I met her, and that's what it feels like. It's like, this is what we're doing. We're covering a story. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing, is that everybody was like, oh, you guys aren't helping. You're not covering the case. And now we are. And it's like, people don't want us covering the case. They want
a lot of people do, though. That's the funny thing.
I'm trying to give him.
Not everybody wants you to cover the case. All right. That's kind of a lie. But I always said, how many people do you think now in the last month and a half? This is a real question to the people that are in here. And, I want to get to 1,000 people. Definitely. All right. I want to see what happens with YouTube after 1,000. But you know what I really want to get to? I want to get to where I can get to 100, 150, 200, just like JFK Show Off in my chat watching. That's more important to me because I want to know, because when they get off, when they have 150 to 200, they get off, all of a sudden they got 2,000, 3,000 watching. I want to get to that point. That would be fun if we could get everybody to share and just push this channel, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we get to 150, 200 in the chat. I think that would be fun. I'd probably have to get somebody, or whatever they call it, a wrench or something, just to kind of keep track of the chat, because it'll probably get crazy at that point, because I can hardly keep up now with 20, 25 people. So
the best advice, and I know he's not going to listen to me because what do I fucking know, right? I'm just BLT, but I think he's got a lot of bad actors in his corner. Will Henry is one of them. And I don't know who else he's really associated. I mean, Jimmy, is that really helping him out? Does Jimmy go over any of his motions?
No, none of them do.
Never. I'll never make fun of you, Tubery. Don't worry about that. All right.
The thing, we go over it more than they do. And the thing of it is,
people get over there and subscribe too. to the YouTubery. Please get over there, hit the like, hit the share, and subscribe.
What you said is not quite correct. You said a lot of people don't like that we're covering it. No, there's a small, vocal, loud minority crying about it and getting so upset. And the reason they're upset is because there are actually, turns out, a lot of people that do want to watch and hear about it. And evidence is the numbers. Every time we go live and talk about this, our numbers are going up. And like tonight.
See, how many people are hate watching? That's what I was trying to get to before. How many people are hate watching them, do you think? Out of the 200, 250 that they get, how many are hate watching?
I'm looking at somebody else's numbers that are supposed to be way higher than ours. They had about the same numbers that I had on my last two big shows. So like, and I know they hate when we talk about the numbers now. So that's why I talk about the numbers, because I'm at that point. And again,
you said the numbers don't matter, Mike. You just said numbers don't matter. You're going to be there no matter what. Look, you got a little pen in your hand just to mark down the numbers, what they are.
I'm somebody that I don't make up certificates. I'm not a fraudster. When I tell you I was a financial advisor, you can look that up for 10 years. When I tell you the firms.
But AIG you work for, okay? We all know that. You work for AIG, but why did you lose your job at AIG? Why did you lose your job? Money Making Mike. Why? Because you smoked dope. You were doing trading while you're high. That's a no-no. Okay? That's a complete no-no. But you thought you were so smart. And if you were so good, Crawford, you'd think that they would just put that aside and say, Mike, don't smoke dope anymore when you're working, when you're doing this. But no, they didn't think you were that good because they didn't keep you around, Mike. Money Making Mike was gone.
I work for, that's factual. You can look that up. There's a record of it. When I tell you I was a Timberland, I love posting this one at you guys, you ladies too, because you get so fired up about the wrestling. When I say I was a Timberland Invitational champion, you can go to that high school and look it up and see it. It's probably.
Okay, how old is Mike? Does anybody know how old Mike is? 55, 58, 60? And he's still talking about when he was 17? Come on. 17. I don't even know where I was at 17. I know I was in Minneapolis at 19, but I don't know where I was at 17. But he knows he was a Timberline championship wrestler against Cena's brother.
Still on the wall up there. They keep the champions. I don't like.
The school keeps the champions right up on the wall. So when I walk in there, if I ever want to see how good I was, I walk in there and I see my name right there. Champion. Timberline Invitational. Mike Crawford. Disqualified because he smoked dope.
Lie to my audience. And that's what we're doing here. We're just telling you the truth. And anything I say like that, you can go look it up. You're not going to find out that I did a fraud. And then everyone doesn't want to talk about it, which we're talking about that guy, Paul, Purple Pink Lemonade, who's a fraudster. It's these like
Purple Pink Lemonade. He's a fraudster.
We're seeing this over and over again with this other crew that people actually did invest in. And, you know, look at that guy. Just look. I mean, it's no surprise. It's no surprise. So this is what's going on. And that's the difference. Like, we're honest. We're honest over here.
Yeah, he was a special student. Then he took the test. And then he wasn't a special student anymore. He was just a teacher's pet at that time.
Here, and they're trafficking in propaganda and lies. That's why people come in here, because they want to know the truth. They've seen that we've been right.
What it's called, what you guys are doing is, it's a real thing. It's called coercive propaganda. All right, designed to break someone's morale, and you're trying to break Turtle Boy and Will. You're trying to get them to believe in what you're saying, which they're not, because they both know that you're idiots. And they use you to laugh at you. Just like I'm doing.
We told you what was happening back in October even. So, and we were right on it, weren't we?
Yeah, and I love this too, because JMS, you're here again. So this kind of doesn't make any sense, because you say, I watched both of you prior to the TV drama. And this is the thing that I want to get through your head. I didn't cause that. He didn't cause that.
No.
I
tried to stay out of it. I tried to stay neutral. They wouldn't let me be neutral on it. They wouldn't let me stay out of it.
I wasn't the one that was making up the names. I didn't go after channels. I didn't go say, you know, this person's a piece of shit. I didn't do that. And I stayed pretty quiet on it for a very.
Well, you're pretty good, Brian. We did it, Tommy. We did it. We did it, Tommy. Brian, you didn't have nothing to do with it. Turtle Boy, he got everybody involved. You didn't do nothing, Brian. But you sure did take credit with Nathan in the old studio and Machado. Machado looking at you like you're a goofball. I mean, it's pretty bad when a goofball is looking at you thinking you're the goofball. That's not good.
Very, very long time. And I think now, I'm just like, maybe you have an opportunity here to change, because it's getting pretty thick in the TV camp. I got to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't want to be going through all the shit that he's going through right now. And it's getting...
No, you wouldn't be able to take it, Brian. You'd be crying in a second. Crawford, what is Crawford doing when Brian's talking? How respectful is that? What is he doing with his phone? And how did he spend enough money to get a nice iPhone 17, the orange one? Where did he get that money from? The girlfriend? Oh yeah, forgot.
It's getting pretty serious. He's got a trial coming up he's got a trial coming up.
We went over to the, Apple store. Said, Grandma, can I get a new phone? Yeah, we'll get you a new phone, Mike.
In December, it's closely. That's coming up fast. You have the civil litigations that he's going through. Now you have these new charges that are out of New Jersey. This person is the weirdest fucking...
I think that New Jersey charge is going to go away, but I'm glad that these guys are going to stick with it. They're sticking with it just to the end, just like Dan told them to do. But I don't think that charge is going to go anywhere. I mean, I really don't. I could be proven wrong somewhere, but I doubt it.
Person, they get in here and they hit that little laughy thing. Can you imagine?
I love it though. They're helping us.
That's something that Brian is upset with lately, the laughing emoji. And does anybody know who's doing that in his chat? Because they need to be brought to the forefront and given a medal. Vahala needs to make it a medal for who's ever doing the laughing emoji in Brian's chat. Because Brian is triggered by it. Triggered. Bad. Triggered. It's crazy.
Come over to the Young Jerks. We're streaming live. I need some help over here. Yeah. Give me some help over here, because that helps us, actually. You know that? It actually helps people.
What a weirdo, though.
It helps the algorithm.
Fucking tired.
I love it. I love them. I want to know who they are. They're my favorite person. Yeah, hopefully he gets tendonitis doing it. That'd be awesome.
So Mike, he's got a apparently here it says on the docket.
I mean, they're so funny. Brian even had a little laugh there. Oh, that's so funny, Mike. Oh, I hope he gets tendonitis in his thumb. Then Brian goes later, I hope he gets a big blister.
This is one out of Jersey. 8/19. He's got an in-person. I'm not too sure if it's going to be in person. It could be Zoom.
No, it changed. Today it was announced that they're moving it back and it's not going to be in person.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be thrown out too.
So I think it's in September now.
Okay.
Beginning of September, I believe.
September now.
All right. So we've had it moved back. It's going to be a Zoom type of call. And that's to face the cyber harassment charges out of Jersey.
So I will say one thing. People do not discount that based on that letter. You see one side of it. We have no idea what's on that other side.
See, this is another strange statement. Telling you not to look at that statement. We don't know what's on the other side of that statement, but he likes to bring that up. Something's not right, people. Something's not right.
And there's been a lot of talk about what might be on that other side. And if it's what has been said, this is a very serious situation. And I would not be surprised if we see more happening.
But she's a liar, Crawford. I know this came out right before all of that stuff came out about LS. But Mike, you're believing somebody's telling you this.
On that angle, because he's talked a lot of shit about it. He did not listen. He kept talking. And he's had other people too. So like I said, I didn't do that. Dan didn't do that. The guy just can't shut up.
See,
like when you have a...
So he likes to bring Nan in it then and say, Nan didn't do that. Nan didn't do that. We didn't do that. Okay. All right.
when you have a what do you call that? A prevention order where you're not
Right.
supposed to talk about it, and you're apparently that's what I hear. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, where'd you hear that from, Mike? Where did you hear that from? Prevention order. That's not everyday speaking of Mike Crawford.
Happens, but doesn't look good for him. I think a lot of the turtle riders think because of that better letter, oh, he's all good. I'm not so sure about that, and I think that the fact that they moved it
Because you're a lot smarter than Betterol, right, Mike? Right, Mike? You're smarter than Betterol. Yeah.
to another date and changed it even shows that this thing is going forward. Yeah, we'll honor your moving it back. We'll honor, it doesn't have to be in person, but it's going forward.
Mike, I don't normally do this, but I've got to pull this up because I was made aware tonight, and I don't know if this fucking clown is still.
Oh boy, here we go.
Mike, I don't normally do this, but I've got to pull this up because I was made aware tonight, and I don't know if this fucking clown is still
streaming right now. I know if he's not, he's definitely watching us.
streaming right now. I know if he's not, he's definitely watching us.
But I want to
Just so everybody knows, I did that. All right, Brian didn't do that. I did that. It's just a way for me to be funny.
play through a little bit of this.
Oh, did you do that on purpose? Or the
Oh, the tuna
look
can
at that
left.
face.
There it is.
Look at those eyes. Do those eyes
In this whole thing around the under the nose thing, I mean,
look like he knows it's
he's
over for him?
blasted. He's blasted.
He knows it's over, doesn't he?
oh look
That's
at
what
that! Look at that, Will. Yeah, look at that look on Will. He knows it's over for him. Look at that. Look at that look on Will. He's afraid of Crawford and LTL right there. This is what they see. This is what their eyes see, everybody. Think about it.
those eyes look like he knows it's over.
This guy doesn't have a sober moment in his fucking life.
And he's like, what are we talking about,
Thank
babe?
you.
You know, and
But someone kind of tipped me off that Will Henry was giving his fucking fantastic breakdown of the Betterol letter. I have to say it was a very intelligent breakdown. But of course, in his stream, we come up again, and I had to hear how stupid this guy is. So let's play a little bit of this, and we can talk about this.
I'm trying to think of the person that I could imagine a conversation where Aiden's bail could be revoked, where someone would actually think.
Now, I'll harp on the microphones again, all right? Look at the difference with Will's microphone, which is, he needs a little new things with his microphone to get it better on that mic arm. But looks like he's got some tape on there. But listen to the sound compared to Brian's and Mike's. The microphone's right on.
Someone would be.
That's not like a real expensive mic that Will uses. I suspect it's a USB mic, but he knows how to use it. And those two, I mean, they've been doing this so long. And Brian, he tries to go out and get the best equipment, and he just doesn't know how to use it. Does not know how to use it. And like the microphone that I'm using right now, I mean, this microphone's a Russian handmade microphone, handmade in Russia by an American that bought the company. It's a great mic. It's a little mic, real little, tiny mic. And Brian, it would go well in your little studio.
Encouraging this person to think that his bail could be revoked in Massachusetts for crimes taking place in New Jersey.
Maybe her husband, who's a fucking attorney, jackass. I mean, this guy is. Oh my god, bro.
Get some fucking dental floss.
Do you ever know?
Mike, what about her dad being a judge, right? That was true. I'm sure she's married to a lawyer, okay? I get it. But how long will she be married to that lawyer with all this other stuff coming out? Said her sister died. Was killed. She didn't even have a sister, Mike Crawford, Brian. She didn't even have a sister. She made the story up so she could get closer to Paul O'Keefe. Think about that, and you're defending this person. Going, oh, Turtle Boy's he's gonna get charged. He's gonna get charged in New Jersey. That's not going away.
Does Will ever know what he's talking about?
No, he's a fucking moron.
Does he do any research?
Brian's getting ready to go off. He's gonna start yelling at us now. Here he comes.
No.
Did he look up this woman and say that her husband is attached to a major law firm. Like
Attached to a major law firm like Gallagher, Nan, Major. What about Betterow? Is he attached to a major law firm? His own?
she's basically saying like, oh yeah, Betterow's wife had to use Nan. Like, well, no way. What the, you fucking idiot.
And bro,
oh my God.
Not putting blush on because it's pretty thick. But all right,
he's so dumb.
Let's
He's like does no research, really putting in the quality time to know what you're talking about, Willie.
Good stuff. Yeah, he does
Jesus
a lot of
Christ.
Too.
This is everybody in the world knows that. He doesn't apparently.
He's a fucking retard.
Fucking
dumbass. Brian.
Come on, blush boy.
Don't be using the R word with Mike in the room. Come on. Because Mike said that before that he was a little slow. He was in special classes. Don't be using that word. Come on, Brian. That's enough.
That could be a number of people.
Who is it?
And honestly, I don't even really think it's important. It's just something that it's like the elephant in the room right now. Because I know I'm not the
Lubin, that's what I'm talking about right there. Good to see you here, Lubin. I watch you all the time with Red House. And you guys do such a good old job there at Red House Media. All the people that are on there. I mean, that's the kind of show I mean, if I did it now, I'd be copying you guys. But that's the show that I'd like to have is, have numerous people come on in a round robin thing. And you're right. You can have a mic, $14 newer condenser mic powered off a Mackie 8 channel. If you have a little board, like my little Roadcaster here, which is perfect for streaming. I mean, I wouldn't use it in my voiceover business, okay? But it's a good streaming thing that you can, really sound good with. But any little mixer. I hooked up Kasi G with a nice mixer. And that little pod mic that he has now, it sounds great coming out of a little mixer. And it doesn't take much if you just do the things to get better. But they see something, they see Joe Rogan using, the SM7B Shure mics. And I know for some of you people, I'll be going over your head a little bit, but Joe Rogan uses a Shure SM7B. So everybody wants to be like Joe Rogan. But the thing is, Joe Rogan has a lot of people that come in and kind of shape his sound. And these guys don't know how to do it. They think, well, if I buy a Rodecaster Pro little mixing board and I hook up the Shure SM7B, I'm going to sound like Rogan. That's not how it works. So, you can sound great by doing that. Now, I go overboard, all right? And everybody knows that. I go overboard with my microphones. I have this microphone that's probably about $1,000. I do have a SM7B Shure mic. I do have it. I use it sometimes. And then I have my pocket pussy mic that's here that you can see. Now, this mic here, this one with the little fur thing on it, that mic is actually what I use in my voiceover business. What I put in my studio, I bring it back and forth out here to where I have my studio. And this mic here is called the Hollywood mic. It's a Sennheiser MKH 416. It's better, and I'm telling you right now, it's better than the Shure SM7B in a streaming situation because you talk to the front of it and it picks up everything that's in the front. It won't pick up anything in your room. It's $1,000. And it's just ways that you can go out and sound a little bit better. Yeah. These guys are making money and they're just not putting it back into their shows. And I don't understand why they don't do that. But no, Lubin sounds great. He's got a great voice and it's unbelievable. And, but I do have Lubin, just so you know, in my mic through the Rodecaster, I actually put a little bit of reverb, just a little bit of an echo. And the reason why I do that is because I come from the 80s radio. And do you remember 80s radio? If you go back and listen to any air checks on YouTube of 80s disc jockeys, they have a little bit of reverb in their microphone. And I always like that sound, and that's why I do it. That's the reason.
Only one kind of wondering, who could it be? Because the truth is, like I said, it's honestly not that important. It really isn't. Unless it turns out to be somebody who Aiden actually trusts. Okay. That would be fucked up. But as far as people who publicly we know he doesn't, and who we know publicly makes every effort to try to fuck him over and trash him, fucking pick pick a name out of a hat.
You know, fucking a month ago, this guy's going on the TB rant.
Just to mention here, YouTubery, that's great. You know, the Walmart Acer Chromebook, because you could get the pod mic, the Rode pod mic. It's the dual with it has USB and XLR. It's about $190 right now. It's on sale. Rode pod mic, but it's the dual one. It's the one that you can hook up USB, which will go right into your computer, and then it's also XLR, where you can later on, when you grow the channel, you can put it in a mixing board too. That's the best mic to get, because Rode gives you some a download that you can shape the microphone sound, and it's a great microphone that you can put on that Acer Chromebook as a USB, and then download the Rode Central, I think it is, and then you can shape that sound, and it's a great thing to do for $190 onto your computer. It really is.
Like, oh, fuck, you know, basically fuck him, you know, and here he is. You know, he was trashing him a month ago, but now he's the hero. He's the white knight. He does that a lot in situations. He did that a lot kind of through this journey we've been on. White knighted a lot of people to try to put himself in a position to take over. And he did that back when he got involved in what was it? There was things that fucking came up. They don't come to my mind, because this guy he's always inserting himself and trying to play, you know, Mr. White Knight, blushed out makeup white. He's got so much blush on, it's not even funny.
There's so many.
Tell us, Will. Can you get to a point?
You know what I mean?
So he's got so much blush on. Is that funny that they're saying blush? Isn't it funny that Brian's using that he's got so much blush on? Because if you take what Brian says about Will, you would think that he would say, oh, that look in his face with that blush look, that's from all that whiskey he drinks, because he's an alcoholic. He's drunk all the time. He's got that whiskey nose. But now he's saying it's blush. He's putting blush on.
Like, let's just face it.
I would say it.
Okay, so Nan's from New Jersey. Okay, you know,
you
just saying
really
it, talking
think
my ass.
Man fucking Gallagher is wrapped up in this, Will? You're a fucking dummy.
You are a dummy.
You are a dummy
really
on a new.
No, I said that first, way before Will did. I said it first. I said, boy, wouldn't it be fun to know if Nan's involved? And I think, in my opinion, now Nan can come and sue me. That's fine. But I think there's something with Nan in it. I really do.
Level.
You are like so dumb. It's not even funny, especially knowing this woman's husband is a partner in a major law firm. Like, why the fuck?
Well, yeah, but Lubin, you also got to remember that Brian was in a band. Weren't they punk rockers? So he probably knows a lot about makeup and everything. I mean, didn't you see the pictures of him playing guitar? And that's where, you know, his insecurities come from, because he's a self-taught musician. Self-taught musicians are always critical of themselves. Their insecurities are because they're wondering if they're playing right all the time, because they know that real musicians that, you know, are trained, they'll figure out what they're doing and what they're doing wrong and all that kind of stuff. So the insecurities, and that's where his insecurities start. He's a wannabe guitar player on a big stage, and that's what he wants to be.
They need Nan. Think about it, dumbass. You're fucking basically saying Bill Gates' wife needs fucking Steve Jobs. Like, come on, wake the fuck up, bro. You know, you're an idiot.
You're really bringing Nan's name up, saying that she's connected to Jersey. You're a fucking dummy.
No, I don't think that's dumb. I just don't think. I mean, you guys can laugh at me later, but I mean, when the whole Alex thing came out, did anybody think about Nan being involved with the polygraph test? I mean, when you think about what was going on, and then all of a sudden he's going for a polygraph test, you knew JFK didn't have any money. You knew Crawford and Bryan didn't. You knew Meredith didn't, because she got fired from her job. And you sure knew that Jabril didn't have any money. So who would have money to have the polygraph test? I mean, you could just put the X's, and then all of a sudden. I hit something that wasn't right. all of a sudden I guess I got excited like old Bri. I guess. I don't know. So now I got to catch up here where I was.
Could tell you it's from listening to me. I'm the one who brought up all the shit that Aiden did in the past, like the Mass State Police and the Trooper Gate and the animal, training, the TV network thing, like all that stuff. I'm the one who brought that up. I'm the one who acknowledged that. He doesn't even know, like he couldn't even tell you what TV station that dog trainer wife worked at. You know what I mean? It's WCVB. Like, I know all about that. He doesn't. Like, it's funny. He's actually so full of shit. He is so full. Like, he has no idea. He doesn't know about the judge scandal that Aiden exposed. But he also isn't going to acknowledge that a lot of Aiden's support, too, came from punching down. So, there's two.
That's a good call. Maybe some of Crawford's drool is dripping down into the electronics. That's a good call. It's funny, but it's a good call.
Besides Aiden, there's a side that he did punch up and he did expose some big stories, but he also developed that by punching down on people a lot. So let's be clear.
All right. Let's
to understand why people follow Aiden. He fails to understand what.
Will, tell us why you follow him.
Yeah,
because Will is a friend of his. All right, and Will has 40,000 subs. And do you really think he's following Aiden to get more subs? All right. 40,000 subs. That's a pretty good start. I don't know if he's following Aiden just to get subs. Brian, you got 60-some thousand subs. What are you doing content about Will and Aiden? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
You're saying all the reasons why me and Mike follow. Tell us why you follow him. You know why? Because the audience, because the memberships, because the super chats, because you're fucking using his name to get people to come into your chat. You're doing stream.
And what are you doing, Brian? What are you doing? Come on now. Brian, you're pointing it out, so let's talk about you, what you're doing. And what did you do in the beginning when Aiden was in jail and you said, I'll help you out on your channel. You don't have to pay me. No, I'm just looking at the 100,000 plus that you have as subs. That will pay me enough. And it has. But now you're blaming Will.
That you don't even fucking care about. You told him back on June 16, 2026, that it's the drama that brings all the attention to his game.
Quit yelling, Brian. Quit yelling. Come on now. Just settle down. Tell us what you're thinking without yelling.
And that's why you do it. And you fucking trick his audience. His audience will, not your audience. You built your.
Are you tricking audiences, Brian? How are you tricking? I mean, come on. You're tricking audiences every time you do stuff like this. Can you do content without Turtle Boy and Will? Can you actually do it without talking about them? Or Karen Reed? I don't know.
Fucking audience off his back. Okay, Will, Henry. Okay. Yeah. You built your audience off his back and you tricked them with your fucking stupid.
And how did you build yours, Brian? How did you build your channel? Off the back of Turtle Boy. Just admit it. But see, you got a little following like Mike Crawford and JFK, and all of a sudden you think that you guys are great, that everybody came because of you. No, it was because of the early endorsement from Turtle Boy on all of you. Turtle Boy needs to come and endorse Mastork Media. And I sure wouldn't treat him like this, I'll tell you that. Never. It's crazy the way you guys treat him.
Petty bullshit and steal money out of his pocket, put it into your pocket, and make people go behind a fucking paywall so you can do the most mindless bullshit for 3 hours and trick people.
You know, the truth of it too is if we wanted Aiden's audience so bad, we never would have stood up to him.
Yeah.
We would have done what Will did.
Will Henry. I could have been like, no, please, TB, please don't make fun, please. Oh, please don't. I'll do anything. Don't worry. It would have been that Will Henry. But you know what? I got a backbone and I got a spine, and my fucking backbone doesn't shatter like glass like you.
Oh, look at both of them, okay? Both of them are spineless. Spineless.
And I actually stood up for myself. I said, yeah, you know what, dude? I can't hang out with, I can't support someone. I can't hang out with someone that's trashing me on a daily basis. I was supposed to just cower and go back and go, no, I'm here. I'm going to help you. Don't worry. Keep saying those things about me. Keep saying those things about me. Keep saying those things about me. But you, Will Henry,
as Aiden has done to earn the following that he has. He not only underestimates Aiden, but he also underestimates his audience. He thinks they're just a bunch of numbers.
What was that fake plaque that Brian made Turtle Boy when he got out of jail? Was it for 100,000 or something like that? But YouTube didn't give it to him or whatever. So Brian made him one. I mean, come on, Brian, you were such a suck up.
Not opinionated people.
What is he talking about?
Who's he talking about now?
Not people who go out and vote.
I'm confused.
I don't know, Will. Where are you, buddy? Stop taking all the mushrooms. You fucking heads.
Stop drinking, bro.
Yeah.
Like it just shows what that is.
Ever sober?
It takes him so long to get a thought out. You know?
He got that shot in. He ever sober? You know, maybe Will takes a couple of drinks, but what's your problem, Brian? Your problem is that, you know, you need a therapist back. That's your problem right now. You need the therapist because there's no therapist on earth that would allow you to do this if you were seeing one. There's no therapist that would want you to be obsessed like you are.
Forget what he's even talking about.
Look at him.
In order to get
jazz hands,
what Aiden has right now, you also have to be doing and dealing with what he's dealing with. First
Which is
of all,
why we don't want it.
DLT couldn't do that for a second. He could not handle.
You will.
He couldn't handle being Aiden for a day.
None of them. You know, no, but Crawford, we know couldn't because we saw what happened when Krusty got him riled up. And Brian, he would be crying in a second. In a second.
Who wants to be?
Crawford couldn't handle being Aiden for a day.
Who wants to be, Will? I'm smarter than that.
None of his.
I don't want to be him.
Yeah.
But you do, Will.
Yeah,
Me.
you obviously do. That's the thing. We're too smart to want to have that life. That's a miserable fucking life. Living in your house by yourself, worried who's going to show.
Why is that miserable that he's living in his house? He's got his kids. He's got his kids, Mike. That's not miserable. He's got his kids. You know, you look at Turtle Boy as the guy on YouTube. Do you even know what Turtle Boy is with his kids? Have you ever been around him with his kids? I haven't, but I'm thinking that he's probably a pretty good dad because he doesn't use his kids like some New Jersey HIPAA lawyer did.
Up. Who's gonna fucking knock on the door, whether it's a cop or a fucking civil service or some crazy person, because you've been an asshole to so many people for so long. That is not a life I want. I don't care how many supporters. I don't even like fame. Like, you know, I look at like Justin Bieber and all these other folks. I feel bad for them. There's a certain level of money and security once you.
He had that studio. That's a good catch, Laura. He had that studio. You know, went out and got it because he made a little bit of money from the YouTube with Turtle Boy. So he got all excited and thought, okay, I got to get a big studio. I got to do all this. But then now remember what he turned into, what he told everybody is that it went away a little bit. And then all of a sudden he blamed Turtle Boy that he was going to go out and play in traffic or jump from a building because he had this extra, you know, money going out the door when he could have just did it in his bedroom like he's doing right now. But he had to go out and get a big studio because he wanted to show everybody LTL Media, independent journalist, because I sent for it on the internet, and now I got a little tag around my neck that says I'm independent journalist, and I'm a journalist. So I'm getting a big studio. But now Turtle Boy made me sad, and I'm going to jump off a building or go play in the traffic. because I can't pay for it.
You hit that level of security, you really don't need a lot more. And that's all I've ever wanted, is just to be secure enough to be able to pay my bills and do what I like to do, which is a show. Having 5 million followers, I wouldn't want that. Like, and Aiden obviously doesn't have that, but
exactly. You use the room that you got. I mean, I'm using my living room and just using a little bit better mic setup. That's all. To knock down the sound. And then you just go. I mean, I got a studio, and I took one of my bedrooms and made it into a studio. But I don't want to sit in there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I mean, I do that every day, doing my voiceover work, and it gets warm in there with all the equipment I have for voiceovers. So I like to come out here and do the YouTube stuff. But Brian needed a big studio.
all the drama that he has around his life, who the fuck would actually want that who's smart and happy? Nobody smart or happy would want that. I think Will wants that, but he couldn't handle it. He knows he can't handle it. He can't even handle what he's got right now, which is
couldn't
nothing.
even handle when this JFK was just saying, "Hey, I want to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take a Sprinter van.
Yeah, talk
we'll
about
go with the gang. We'll be journalists. We'll go and ask." He fucking was crying for like months.
Yeah, talk about puff pastry. He's little puff pastry. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I already talked to the fucking sheriff in my town. They know about it if they come in.
That's another thing. You talk about what he does, Aiden does for his ex-wife and everything. I mean, there's a lot of people that have exes and they wish, they'd have somebody that would do that. I think the Aiden that gets on YouTube is the showman. And I think the guy that is off YouTube, I think it proves because he trusts so many people. He wants to trust people. And he gets himself in trouble when he trusts people. And I think that's where the true Aiden is. He's a trust guy. But then he likes to, he likes to do the showmanship where he goes off on people. And that's funny. That's just his satire. I think that's, what makes Turtle Boy great is being able to do that. That's like the old time disc jockeys from the 60s and 70s on radio. They get in that 4 foot by 4 foot room and they turned into somebody else. And then when they were off the air, most of them were like, geeks. And you wouldn't even believe what they looked like. But they got in that room and they became somebody else. And I think I think they're missing the whole Turtle Boy thing. I really do.
Yeah. Will Henry, the guy was living in his friends. He fucking hits up his friend. And this guy actually has friends, which is funny. He hits his friend up and he goes, "Hey, I need a place to live." Right. He asks him, "Can I live at your mom's house?" And the friend wasn't even living there. He was living down in the basement.
Can you imagine when Turtle Boy's free of all of it, how his YouTube channel is going to go, how funny he can be and will be able to be being free? I mean, it will be a watch every time he's on. He will gain so many subs when you see the real Turtle Boy. And that's not Aiden. I'm not talking about Aiden in his personal life. I'm talking about him going on that channel and just being free of everything. It's going to be a crazy time.
The basement, Will Henry, that's where you were living before you moved out into your popcorn ceiling apartment. That you took pictures of the bathroom and you were proud of that. You finally moved out at 55 years old? How are you? 51, 55?
Hilarious. One of my friends did that when we were in our 20s, but that's different, when you're young, but
yeah,
he's older. It's like, come on, bro.
You finally moved out. You got out. You're a big boy now. Right, let's listen.
Could ever handle being Aiden for a day.
You can't even.
I don't think I could.
You can't even fucking handle going out of your house for 5 minutes.
It's big of him to admit it.
You're a panicked dude. Like you.
Brian, can you handle going out of yours? I don't think you do well in a social setting either, Brian. I think you're awkward. Matter of fact, I think all the Reed family even said that about you. Like when you're at that party, you kind of just stayed away from everybody. The only time you got around everybody was when you wanted Karen to sign those posters that you made up. Those posters that you took home and put them in your bedroom all over the place, hung them up. Those posters. You're still so crazy about Karen Reed that you truly believe that you're going to end up with Karen Reed. You're not, Brian. It's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. Every girl that has their hair, looking like it's blowing in the wind That look that Karen have, the one where you took the picture. Anybody that comes on, you go, oh, you look like Karen. You look like Karen. Brian, get it out of your head.
You panic, you're sweaty, you're nervous all the time. A lot of people do say when they meet you, you're a weird fucking person.
This whole thing conversation.
I say that about you, Brian, because everybody I meet you and the Karen Reed stuff, and they look at the posters and the way you think of her. I mean, do you really think a girl is going to come to you and start dating you, and you got all these posters of Karen Reed up on your wall, and then you explain to her, well, it was a great time in my life covering that trial. You know, I helped Turtle Boy out, got a bunch of subs. Then Tommy and I did it. And you explain it all to her. Do you really think that's going to go over good? I don't know.
Is weird too. Like, think of,
I don't date anymore. I don't. I foster women. Until they find their forever homes. That's what I do.
About this too, and then he says, I don't even think I could. Like, he thinks so much of himself, but he's like, even I couldn't do it. Like, nobody could do it, but if anyone could, it could be me. Even I couldn't do it. And it's such a weird conversation. It shows you how fucking caught up he is about Aiden. I've never thought that. Like, I want to be Aiden. I want his life. But if I think about it, I think I don't want to be like him. That's the only thing I think about. I've thought about this a lot, actually, over the last couple of years. I don't want to be Aiden Carney. I don't want to.
They don't listen to each other. Because if you watch, they're always doing something else when the other's talking.
End up like him. I don't want to end up like him. I say that to myself a lot. Like, don't get too caught up in this shit. Don't get all angry on the internet and feel like you have to go to war with people because you don't agree with them. This guy wants to be him, and he's so whacked out. He's thinking like that. He's like, oh, these guys want to be it, and they can't be it. Nobody can be it. Even I can't be it. Like, it's just
this whole theory.
Weird. This is like a little kid talking about like Tom Brady.
BLT
like
couldn't do that for a second.
Listen to this.
He could not handle being. He couldn't handle being Aiden for a day. Mike Kryford couldn't handle being Aiden for a day. Randall, none of his hood boogers could ever handle being Aiden for a day.
I wouldn't be Aiden for a day. That's the point. Like, if I was Aiden for a day, I'd fucking fix my shit and stop.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be so afraid. You'd be asking everybody for money so you could get a lawyer. Let's face it. Need a foster daddy. Yeah. All right, Amy. I'm telling you, that's what I do. Once they find their forever home, then I usually don't see them after that. You know, I always had to watch the whole dating thing because were they dating me or were they dating... Like I put on X the last few days because Arkansas Bestie gave me the inspiration, you know, where she said she was best friends with Luke Bryan. When I did radio for years, you know, I met everybody that was, you know, in radio at that time, hot. And I mean, took pictures, hung out, you know, did whatever. But I mean, I showed everybody what, and sometimes, you know, dating, the women, they would think that hanging out with me was going to concerts every day and doing all that, getting a chance to meet the Blake Sheltons, the Gwen Stefanis, the Luke Bryans, the Rascal Flatts, the Martina McBrides. That's what they thought my life was. But when they really got into my life, then they were like, ooh, wait a second. We want to be that. We want to be, you know, sitting on the stage next to Tracy Broussard playing his drums, people taking pictures of us. And that's only like 1% of old Jeff here.
Aiden is a fuck up. I'm sorry. It's the fact. I just can't get over it. Like, that's the fact.
Mike, let me play through. I just want everybody to hear that clip again. So let me just play through this. Hang on.
Mike Kryford couldn't handle being Aiden for a day.
This fucking clown.
Randall, none of his hood boogers could ever handle being Aiden for a day. They couldn't handle it. I don't think I could.
So he just...
See you later, YouTuber. Thanks for checking us out. Appreciate it. Everybody that's in here that hasn't subbed to YouTubery or going to watch this later on replay, sub to YouTubery. Let's go here. Let's help the newbies out, all right? I was there just a month ago. So come on. I know we can do it.
Went on a 5-minute rant about how I couldn't handle it, you couldn't handle it, and there was the big build-up, and then he goes, I don't even know if I could do it. So you just crashed your own theory, you dummy.
If I'm being completely honest, I'd like to think that I could.
I love that one too.
It's easy to say.
That's a good
I
one.
can totally do.
If I'm being completely honest, he says that a lot. Why? Sometimes you're not completely honest, Will. Why do you say that a lot?
Is that true? Became friends with an artist who was drawing a portrait of Karen Reed during the second trial. Brian came up and offered to commission the drawing to put in his studio. Seriously? Wow. Don't forget to hit the like button. Got to hit the like button, everybody. All right. Come on now. Appreciate the YouTuber putting us out on X too. Want to share us to X? Please do. Want to get to 1,000. All right. Once I get to 1,000, I'll quit talking about it, about the subs, and they'll hopefully just grow as we go. But we need to get to 1,000, and hopefully JFK. I'm going to talk a lot about JFK because he's talking out of both sides of his mouth lately. Hopefully, I won't get false strike again by him. I mean, that guy's a piece of work too, just a piece of work.
Mike, let's break for a quick commercial.
Yes, we should break for a quick commercial too. Just hang on a second. Let me see if I can get it. We should break right along with them. Quick commercial. Don't forget, Valhalla Awaits is going to be coming on with me, and we'll do the commercial here.
Has been acquitted of unaliving fish. Now, Valhalla Awaits is joining Mastork Media on YouTube. Expect a wild ride. You will learn weird facts you did not know you needed them, but now you do. It will be fun. It will be smart. It could be lacking in the smarts, but you do not want to miss Valhalla and Mastork Media. Tune in live Wednesday, August 12th at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. Valhalla Awaits joins Mastork Media on YouTube.
So I'm not sure how any of this is my fault.
The man.
See, that was done in my studio. I did that whole thing. All right. I'm not taking little pieces off the internet like Brian does here.
Bri in Moik, the new version of Dumb and Dumber. Don't forget to watch them, because you will be dumber than dumb after you watch them.
So much.
He's so disappointed. He thought that was going to be a petty membership. He thought someone signed up, and then he saw it was someone that was already a member. So he's like, fuck, real quick, get that out of there.
Right. They'd all be begging for every single one. That's why they think it's possible for Aiden to fucking, and likely that he would take a plea deal. That's why they feel that way. Because
why don't you tell us how you feel?
It's
Will?
just that simple. Dave Lynch giving a membership. Thank you so much.
Why are you speculating on how I would feel, Will? Okay. And first of all, I don't put myself in situations like that, Will, Henry. And why are you always speculating about what me and Mike would be thinking? Why don't you tell us what you would do in that situation, tough guy, Will? Huh? Would you fucking drain out your bank accounts and have to pay all these lawyers and lawyer fees and all that? And what was it?
Would you drain out your bank account to get a studio and then find out that I can't pay for the studio? Would you do that, Will? Would you do that? Huh? Would you make that commitment and then blame Turtle Boy when the studio can't be paid for? And then you got to use I'm going to run and play in traffic and jump off a building. Would you do that, Will?
Hundreds of thousands of dollars towards lawyer. Why don't you? That's money that you would never even see in your entire life, Will Henry. You probably never even seen $100,000 in your bank account. I have. Mike has. I can tell you that. He doesn't know what a retirement. He doesn't know what a Roth IRA is.
What's his net worth?
What that is? Yeah.
What's his net worth?
You know any of that? What that is, Will Henry? Huh? You know what a Roth IRA is? You know a 401k?
Mike does. Money making Mike does. I mean, he's playing with the money of his girlfriend, so he knows what all that's about.
You know what stocks are? Money Mike can talk about stocks.
Today he admitted he didn't know what a FICO score.
Can you imagine Brian playing the stock market? And if he's losing anytime, how much crying he's doing, watching that money go out the door? I'm sure it's Turtle Boy's fault. I'm sure it is.
I laughed at that one. You never even bought a car or anything.
Will Henry. Don't make me a fucking cheese pizza, buddy. Actually, you know what? Because I don't want your fucking tuna fingers in my dough. Because it will smell like tuna when I fucking eat it.
Man, he disappeared for a few days. I was wondering if he was doing his resume.
Fucking paper delivery boy. Thank you. Look at him. He's so fucking disappointed. Only one super.
Just
come on, Will. Tell
just
us.
the fucking poor. Like, think about it. Look at how poorly they handle being talked about online.
This guy, he's so great. Look at him sticking his tuna.
Look at what Aiden deals with daily. Talked about online.
How poorly.
Like the memes they make.
I laugh.
The AI little videos they make.
You will.
All that shit. Just that alone, none of them can handle for a day.
Wait, stop that.
What?
Wait, stop that.
For a year,
What-
you fucking
Haven't we been getting that since October?
I know.
What are all those accounts? I post the videos. I fucking love them actually now. The
love
trolls. We played the one from Joe Flipperhead on the last show where we were.
Of course, yeah, but then you block people when you make a comment, and then you run and you block them so they can't come back to you, Mike. That's not putting up with it. No, that's a hit and run by you and Brian.
Fucking.
And Brian's crying all the time when people are picking on him. Brian, we're not picking on you, all right? We're laughing with you because we see that you got a little sick part of your brain, and we're trying to help you through it. But you're so obsessed, so jealous, your insecurities show so much. We're trying to help you, but you're not taking the help. Like you would say, Aiden's just not taking the help. You're not taking the help.
Dancing
was
with
great.
Saturday Night Fever.
I loved it.
Yeah. Are you shitting me, dude? Will, what are you going to do when they post your house up like they do to me? They post the address, they post the picture, they post the family. I don't.
Oh, does that mean that they're after you, Mike? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I mean, if you're going to be on social media, eventually somebody's going to find out where you live. And that's just the way, it's just the way it is. I mean, if you don't want that, then why are you out here? Why are you out here? Because Betterrow made your channel, Aiden made your channel, and you're making money. So you're going to do it the way you're doing it and then run and hide. And that's the bottom line with you, Mike. It's about the money. Brian, too. That's what you're jealous about with Will. He's making money. He came up with this petty stream, and you guys are jealous of it because he's making money with it.
Don't give. What are you going to do when they do that to you? Are you going to be able to handle it? That's my question. I've handled it since October. I don't give two fucks. There's nothing any of them can do with their memes.
I mean, with the little people that we, little number we have that'll watch this, we'll replay, we'll get more views. All right. I'm not worried about that. But seriously, is there anybody right now in the chat or listening right now? Do you really care where Mike lives? Do you really ever want to go to Mike's house and sit down and talk with Mike? To go in his house and sit with him in that same room where he's doing his little show? I don't know. I wouldn't want to go there. I wouldn't. With him farting in there and everything, I wouldn't want to go. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't.
And then nasty posts. I just usually give a nasty post back and then block.
You guys cannot hear me that well, so I'm gonna have to wear headphones. It's gonna suck.
Okay, everybody. I put this in here because I thought it was funny. All right, James. I know there's a lot of girls out there that like James. I know, and everybody's trying to give James, the benefit of the doubt. But James a turd. I mean, he's got very little brain cells. And I had to put this in here, the way, I gotta get my microphone. Where's my microphone? I gotta find my mic. Where's my headphones? Oh, they might be right behind me, but where are they? I don't know where my headphones are. I mean, come on. So James and Esty did a little stream together, and I watched just as much as I could. I'm sorry. I couldn't go all the way through. So that's part of this, okay?
For me, not for you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna bring Esty up here, and maybe you can hear her, and she can explain what's going on here and what we're doing with these
exactly.
tickets. And
Lubin Dubin. You're right.
And freestyle this show. So I hope you
Open
guys
purpose
enjoy it.
without a tent.
Nothing's planned. Nothing here is planned. We just do it on the fly.
We know.
And
We know.
without further ado,
We know,
Esty.
Jimmy Jack.
How are
We
you?
know.
Hi. I'm
Oh.
great.
You hear me?
Listen to her. Talk about somebody that was a little out there. You think the New Jersey girl's out there, and the way she grabbed onto the old Karen Reed trial. Her greatest thing she ever did on the internet on YouTube was the time I think it was on Will's show where she slithered down her chair and almost fell off her chair, and she showed her acrobats, sliding down her chair. I don't know if anybody ever caught that. I should try to find that clip because that was funny. But her fainting coming out of the court, come on, she didn't faint.
I can hear you. Yes.
Yes. I think I don't know what the problem is, but I guess nobody can hear me. Maybe I'm moving around too much.
Maybe.
Turn up your volumes, people.
Where's the goat chains? Where's the goat chains, James? Where's the goat chains? Where's your goat chains? Where's your headphones?
Put your earbuds in.
Oh, she say so. So people say they can. People say they can't. That's why. Yes, I can hear you all the way in Canada. Mic level. It's all the way up. My volume's at 100.
Mic check to the gods. Come on, James, say it. Mic check to the gods.
So for the people that can't hear me, I might just put my headphones in for you guys because we're not here to disappoint nobody.
Yeah, that too.
We don't do it on purpose.
When she did that too. Or when she was at the State House, right, in Massachusetts, dancing in front of that and yelling.
But Esty, you want to tell them?
I want to give you high quality content here.
Yes, that's
so maybe put on the earmuffs. Might have to do that.
I mean, what the duck said.
They're headphones. Esty, they're headphones. But you can call them earmuffs. They're earmuffs.
You're good now, James. It's better. So I think it's because I'm moving around. I did just get out of the shower.
Okay.
I am trying to rush because I didn't realize it was 6:30. I wasn't going to take Luna for a walk at this time. So, yeah. Can you just
maybe you should have Luna for the walk.
They can do as far as
you might take Esty for a walk too when you take Luna. Actually.
To get here.
Okay, so we have 2 tickets to tomorrow night's Red Sox game. That is the Red Sox versus the White Sox, and I'm gone. But can you still hear me? And Red Sox has been doing amazing. Last night, didn't they have 3 home runs? So it's going to be a really fun game. That probably pissed off the White Sox.
I'm sorry, Amy. I had a soft spot for Esty when she slithered down that chair on that stream. I did. I had a soft spot for her with that whole move. But, I mean, come on. These two together, James and her. What do you think the IQ level is?
So they're like, we got to give it our all.
Got to give it all. Got to give it all.
To enter to win, send a Venmo or Cash App to James Jackson's Venmo or Cash App. It's probably somewhere, either on the screen or in the chat. $25 to enter. $25. And then we will do this spinning of a wheel type thing and pick the winner. So it's for tomorrow night's game. If you're in and around Boston, or if you are here doing the tourist thing, you want to have a fun night out. Enter to win. They're really good seats. Lodge box or something. Guys, I don't know. Okay, go sports. But yeah.
Okay. It's loge. Loge seats. Esty. I mean, you gotta give the girl where the credit is because she tries. She tries to bring, so much energy. She's just sounding a little goofy, that's all.
I mean, it's for a great cause. We're gonna pick a charity. We'll show you receipts after. We'll show you receipts after.
Ooh, that was a shot to Jess Machado right there. They did a little shot. Oh, Esty. Yeah, she was supposed to do a show with but I think James was going to be paired with J7. J7 would have ate him up. Would have ate him up. He'd have been so far behind her. He'd have quit during the stream. He'd have quit.
And all that. But yeah, look at us. Like 2 of the smartest people to come out of this community, right? We're the brains. Okay?
Yeah, right. We've been through a lot. We've seen.
Wow. They're the brains of the community. They're the brains. I mean, that's pretty special when you can laugh at yourself about the brains.
A lot, actually. We've seen a lot.
My team. Thank you.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to
What is the whole thing with the microphone that he was doing there? Can somebody explain that, please?
LTL Live here on the LTL Media channel. Thursday evening, I have a massive splitting headache. I wasn't sure if I was going to, I feel handsy. I'm like Will today. I'm like all hands. But no, I had a splitting headache all day. I wasn't sure.
Exactly, Lubin. Exactly.
It was going to go live, but I want to go over JFK stream last night, and I felt like it was a little bit of a continuation of my show with Mike from the Young Jerks, in that respectful theme.
Now, do you notice I had to turn Brian up because he was so low, and just with me doing a little work with some of the equipment I have, do you notice by turning him up that he sounds a little bit better?
And what I'm talking about is just recently, Turtle Boy had said something about, collabing with JFK. And we saw a lot of people last night in JFK's chat. JFK, don't do it. Don't do it. He's setting you up. He's gonna bring you down. I watch JFK. I like JFK. I respect JFK. And I understand a lot about him. And I think that he's an incredibly smart person with reading people. And I talk a lot about this with Mike from the Young Jerks, because if a lot of people don't understand, Mike and I, back in the day, we were in the music scene.
They were in the music scene. Brian, self-taught guitar player. Mike, promoting music. I don't know, he promoted somebody. I mean, the guy was so big in the rap world, I guess. I just can't think of his name right now. Well, he tells us about it all the time. But Mike promoted, the Pot Fest or something out in Massachusetts. Did so big that the next year he didn't do it because nobody wanted him around.
And I'll show you a picture here. This is me back in the day with my band. Now, I played in the Boston hardcore scene. Look at this handsome guy right here. Look at this. Look at that guy right there. Look at that handsome guy. But I played shows back in the day. I was in the Boston hardcore scene. And
he went back to his little accent there. Hardcore. He hasn't used it for a while, but hardcore. He is something.
I had a band, and we toured around. We went up and down the East Coast. And,
see, that's a lot of his frustration. He thought that the band was good, and they just didn't get anything. They didn't sign. And this is probably back when everybody was really looking at the Boston music scene too. Probably back when New Kids on the Block and all that coming out of Boston. I bet you it's about the same time in the 90s, probably early 90s. And these guys, he says that they got a record company come sniffing around and all that, but that wasn't true.
When you're in that type of scene, you have to learn to read people. And, JFK is very much plugged in and has that ability. What I see him
very plugged in, and JFK Show Off Records has done so well in the music business. I mean, so well. Yeah, he's the guy with the red guitar, which I think that's an old JCPenney.
And when he talks about it and he talks about people, he can read people. And you got to be able to do that specifically to this type of industry.
Now, I'm the worst guy when it comes to guitar playing. I don't play instruments. But I know probably one of the greatest guitar players on earth. And you guys can go check him out. His name is Greg Martin. Greg Martin. He is one of the greatest guitar players that I know. And I know quite a few. But Greg Martin is the guy that I put everybody up against when I think about guitar playing. Greg Martin. He's the lead guitar player for the last 50 years with the Kentucky Headhunters. that if you know anything about the Kentucky Headhunters, they made it big in the country world, but they were so far rock, Southern rock, blues, that they didn't, it was a year or two in the country world, and then they didn't know what to do with them. But Greg Martin, actually, he filled in for Gary Rosington for a while on tour for Leonard Skinner. Greg Martin is an unbelievable guitar talent. And so it's hard for me to watch somebody play guitar or hear them, and I try to compare them to one of the greatest guitar players on earth. But, look at Brian. He's holding the guitar. Is he playing it? Yeah, I guess he is. Or is this guy right here in front playing the guitar and Brian's just showing and yelling something? So I don't know.
Straight. Because you find out quick who are your friends and who are your fro. I got a lot of that street smart. Being around clubs, being in bands, learning who your friends are, learning who your friends aren't. Learning who the people are that talk shit behind your back and do things. And I think that JFK has that ability to what I call clock people in.
See, I don't know how much time JFK, I don't know. He was called the Lynn Canary. Somebody sent me a message about that. He was called the Lynn Canary. Now, JFK likes to call everybody a rat. But a Lynn Canary, that's where he's from, Lynn, Massachusetts. Being a canary is kind of worse than a rat. And JFK was known as the Lynn Canary. No, not the son of George Martin. Greg Martin is a guy that grew up in Kentucky, Louisville area, and then moved to southern Kentucky and Edmonton. His cousins were part of the Kentucky Headhunters, the original. And Kentucky Headhunters are, if you go watch them, go Google. They are just exceptional talents. And I've been friends with them for over 40 years. And they are just incredible people. Just good guys. And I look at them because when they play at festivals, when the Kentucky Headhunters go out and play at festivals, all the people that are on the tour of that festival, all the big acts, their bandmates all come out and watch the Kentucky Headhunters play. That's how much respect the Headhunters get. And they come out to watch the drummer, Fred Young, and Greg Martin, and then also the bass player, Doug Phelps. And then Richard Young is the leader of the group. Richard and Fred, the drummer, are brothers. Richard, he wrote one of the hottest songs of the 90s that had the number one airplay in country music. And it was called, Tracy Byrd actually did the song. It was called I'm From the Country and I Like It Like That. Tracy Byrd had a number one hit, but that was written by Richard Young from the Kentucky Headhunters. And then for all you rock people out there, okay, this is a big twist. All you rock people. And Richard Young's son started a band called, I got to get to it, but his name is John Fred Young. And they had a real hard rock band, and really big overseas, but gaining strength in the old United States too. Been around for a while. And I got to find out who that is. But if you look up John Fred Young, it'll tell you the band that they're in. They're a real hard rock band. I just, for some reason, I just completely lost it in my brain. Too late, I guess. But anyway, John Fred started a band, and one of their songs, one of their big ballads that they had where they slowed it down, was a big country hit too, called "Stay." Not the one done by Jennifer Nettles, but a different one. And but that rock group is the son of Richard Young from the Headhunters, and they practice at a place called the Practice House in Kentucky, and all the people go to this house just to record and everything. It's an old house. It has great acoustics, and I've been to date. I've been the only disc jockey, Blackstone Cherry. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. So Blackstone Cherry, the drummer for them is John Fred Young. His dad, Richard Young, and his uncle, Fred Young, the drummer for Kentucky Headhunters. That's Blackstone Cherry. That's where they came up from. But anyway, when I'm the only disc jockey to date that's ever been invited to the practice house. And there's some crazy things that went on in that practice house. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's in Kentucky. And it's in the middle of a cow field. Cows come up to right up to the building. You can see them out the window, pet them. But just completely acoustic-wise, the house is incredible. So I've been up to the date. I've been the only one that's out of the radio world that's ever been invited and actually went to the house. I have pictures of it, and that's always been one of the greatest accomplishments for me, because they trusted me enough to bring me around when they were hanging out and maybe not doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. So it was pretty nice to get that invite and see where the magic actually happened. Like Kentucky Headhunters, they had the song, well, they had a couple of songs, but the one that really took off was Let's All Go Down to Dumas Walker. And I saw where that was written and everything. I mean, so it was a nice thing to go and do that.
And figure it out really quick. But a lot of people got nervous on his channel. A lot of people got very nervous. And I saw it in his chat last night, and people were talking today, don't do it. Don't have him on the channel. But the way that I look at it is there something more there? Even if he did, who cares? We're still going to support JFK. We're still going to support Kevy Kev. We're still going to support Jay Brill. We're still going to support James Jackson. Maybe they just have questions. Maybe they just have questions when they get TB. If they get TB, if they do something and get him on the show. You still got to support JFK. You still got to support him. I'm not worried. Are you worried? Let me know if you're worried. Are you worried in the chat? Give me a 1. If you're not worried, give me a 2. My overall point is, when you get into an industry like this, which JFK has obviously been around and his friends.
And if you're hate watching me, give me a 3.
Throughout the hip hop industry and in the music industry, you learn to read people, and you learn to read people quick. Look at this guy right here. Look at this. This show, what was this show? This show was, and I don't know if you guys remember, there used to be a band called Orange 9mm. And
okay, anybody out in Massachusetts, do you remember a band called Orange 9mm? I never heard of them.
No, this was a show with them and another band that I really love, and I was really happy that we got to play with them, a band out of Long Island, New York, called Vision of Disorder. And we opened that show. And this was up at the Espresso Bar. Used to be a place called the Espresso Bar in Worcester.
Knows when you open up for like an act that's done pretty well. Like when I had Blake Shelton come to my area in Wisconsin, and I booked him. So I got a local band to do it, all right? I got a local band to do it because they don't charge you anything, because they want to get that notoriety by playing out in front of them. But Brian's making it sound like he got booked with the main act.
Massachusetts on James Street. I think the building is still there. And from the last time I heard, I think it's a country western bar. But yeah, I mean.
First of all, we don't call it country western anymore. All right? It's country. Because country is leaning so much rock for the last 20 years. It's country. A lot of these guys that play, rock music, they're living in Nashville now and going on the road, and they're playing country music, playing guitars, playing their drums, playing their pianos for a country act.
We played, we made a record, we put a 7-inch out. I don't know if you guys remember.
Look at that. He made a record too. Pressed his own record.
Remember this? 7 inches, back in the scene, back in the day. That's us on the back with the crowd. And we were on a label called Pin Drop Records. Ironically, out.
Pin Drop Records. Probably, I would think that it's probably JFK Show Off, right? Pin Drop.
Of Holden, Massachusetts. Who do we know that lives out in the Holden, Massachusetts area? But yeah, this is like 1997, fresh out of high school. I was like 18, 19 years old, and we had a blast. This is what we did.
You're right. You haven't lived until you got on that drunk on a ride to Bull. You haven't lived.
This is what we did. And it kept us out of trouble. It kept us off drugs. It kept us, from smoking. It kept us from drinking. And believe me.
Oh, yeah. Right. Isn't that funny how he said it kept him from that? And if you look at the people that made it, Aerosmith, everybody that's made it, they talk about how it introduced them to the drug world, to the drinking world. But Brian, no, it kept him away.
A lot of that stuff went on during those times, and it was just getting into like the techno scene where a lot of
Laura, wow.
people were doing raves and ecstasy. But I found hardcore music. I found straight edge hardcore music, and I was really glad to do that. And had a lot of fun and played a lot of these clubs in and around Boston and Providence and up and down the East Coast. And it was the greatest thing that I've ever really been a part of, the greatest community I've ever really been a part of. And we were all there for like a musical mission, a musical mission. But getting back to my point, I look at JFK and I see his ability to read people. He's a very smart guy. A lot of people,
very smart guy. He can read people. Oh, JFK can read people. You bet. He read me as a guy that attacked his fame and everything. That's what I was about. So I needed to be false strike, defamation of character. That's who I am. JFK, he read me right off the bat. He read me. He reads everybody really well. Really well.
You hear the turtle that calls him a hood booger, but JFK is very smart, extremely smart, and definitely can read people. But I want to go over his stream from yesterday, and I have a little bit of his stream from this afternoon, and I kind of want to break this down and give my commentary. I thought about this all day. I started to watch some of it last night. They stream really late. I fell asleep. I feel like Will today. I'm very handsy, but I fell asleep. And
Will today, very handsy. We got to take a commercial break.
Acquitted of unaliving fish. Now, Valhalla Awaits is joining Mastork Media on YouTube. Expect a wild ride. You will learn weird facts you did not know you needed them, but now you do. It will be fun. It will be smart. It could be lacking in the smarts, but you do not want to miss Valhalla and Mastork Media. Tune in live Wednesday, August 12th at 1:30 p.m.
Catch up on it. I listened to some of it on my break at work today. I actually went out and worked. Will Henry doesn't do, but I actually went out, listened to some of this on my break and finished it up.
But isn't Will Henry, Will, the Glare, isn't he working? Isn't his YouTube his job? I don't know, isn't it? I mean, not everybody that's doing this have other jobs, I guess. Will makes it his job. Brian, you're not good enough to just make it your job. So you're kind of telling on yourself there. I mean, like Danny's got a different job from Rad House Media, but there's people that use YouTube, like Turtle Boy. His writing and everything that's his job, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to be Turtle Boy, and it's just not working for you.
And I thought it was a really good breakdown of what is kind of going on in his community, And apparently, from what I understand, James Jackson did a reach out to TB. It may be a possible collaboration, but JFK was like, "Look, he's bringing my name up. He's saying collaboration with JFK. That's not me." James Jackson said that, but if James Jackson wants to do that, JFK is like, "Hey, I'm still going to support him. We're still going to be there. That's his thing. He can do it." But that's that's the thing. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to support each other. I want everybody in this chat to continue.
Kind of cries when he talks. You notice that he kind of has got that little cry in his voice. We're gonna continue. We're gonna continue. Yeah, we don't care. We don't care if we're getting picked on. We don't care. Wonder if he's got his hairpiece on, or if he's got a hat on because he doesn't have the hairpiece on.
To support all of those guys on the JFK show off, because maybe they have a reason that they want to bring TB up on the panel. Even if they do, I'm not speaking for him, but I'm just saying, if it happens, maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a deeper reason. Maybe there's some questions that are going to be in line. JFK has that ability. The questions ready for the people that he brings up on his show. He's very smart about it. I've been up on his panel before. You do little mental gymnastics when he's throwing things at you. He knows how to do it, but he's good at it. He's good at it. But let's get into this stream from last night. I enjoyed it.
It's right there, but he's good at it. He's good at it. It's like a little cry in there.
I love the breakdown. They were having a good time. It was JFK, Kevy Kev, and I want to hear a little bit more about this and kind of break it down. Here we go.
So yes, what JFK and crew did, that's another one. The husband of this individual, does he know what's going on? I don't know.
Let me just do this really quick. You fucking glare, man. That guy's in everybody's chat. He's like an old Betty. He's like a Betty. This dude is in every.
Look at how much he is triggered by Will, and he doesn't see it. That is the funniest thing. He is so triggered when he sees Will in the chat. He is so triggered. It's amazing. I worry about him. I truly do. You know, I pick on him because I'm trying to be funny, and you know, and it's good stuff. But I worry about him because he's really triggered, and I don't think he's doing well mentally. I'm not a psychologist. All right, I'm not. Don't have that degree, but just watching him and being obsessed with him, the Turtle Boy thing is just really taken. And Will is just, I don't know. He needs to go talk to somebody. He really does. But I don't think he can do content. I really don't. I don't think he can do any other content except this. He just can't.
Buddy's chat. Look at this fucking guy. Look at him. He's already in Eden's chat fucking advertising. This is what I mean, TB. This guy fucking uses you, bro. Look at this. He's already in his fucking chat advertising. This fucking guy doesn't give one rat's ass. Look at this fucking guy. One rat's ass about fucking TB. All it is I'm going over the Federal letter sometimes today. Look at him.
He gets so mad. Oh, oh my Lord. I've been doing this for too long. 2 hours and 40 minutes. I lasted longer than what I thought I was going to with this. But I got a little bit more to go to, so I got to keep going.
And he's fucking addressing someone in the fucking chat. This fucking guy, he doesn't give a shit about you, TB. He's fucking using you, bro. I'm telling you, June 16, 2026, write it down. Remember that stream. This guy is always in your fucking chat, advertising his fucking streams. He's just trying to get your people over and nickel and dime you. He's fucking putting the dimes in this pocket and the nickels in this pocket. That's all he cares about. And he's going to get people over there for a fucking petty stream to get his $4.99 in for the month. All this guy is already fucking there. I'm telling you, man, he's fucking setting you up. He wants to take over. And if you go away, bro, this guy.
So, like I said before, early on, Brian said that Will's a drunk. He's a nobody. He's dumb, stupid, dumber than dumb. But now he's saying he's a genius because he's bringing everybody over for his petty streams. Which one is it, Brian?
Ain't fucking helping you. Mark it down. Go back to that stream, TB. June 16, 2026.
Right, Larry Foreman. I just watched his YouTube presentation on Mark Bettero's latest letter. Again,
yeah,
you know,
I agree.
So that's what I'm doing with that. By the way, if anyone wants their messages read out loud to the class, click on the link at the bottom for Turtle Chat or cash at me $1 Uncle Turtle Boy. The person who is really covering it extensively, MC Kazi G. Give him a sub. He has been, and this is with zero communication between him and I about this matter. Zero. He's just taking what is being pieced out there.
I found that to be a little fucking weird. This is zero communication between me and him. Why would he?
Well, that's kind of what you guys do with Nan, too. So now he's pointing out something that Turtle Boy said, but that they've already said when it comes to Nan, too. It's crazy. Because it's like they know something, and they're giving it away in pieces if you just listen enough to them.
He say that? I found that to be a little odd. Why would he want to define that and make that really clear on his stream? Yeah, and by the way, Val, have a good night. You're fucking gone.
Oh, kicked Val out because he thought she was doing the smiley faces. So Val's gone. Good night.
See you later. Just like in Mike's chat the other night. Goodbye, but good night. Fucking send you out. Another one. Goodbye, Val. Have a good fucking night. Go take a rest. Go take a walk. You spend too much time on X. But it's funny, you know? Yeah. I had that vibe right away. So what is that? Is he using Kazi G to do a little dirty work right now? You know, knowing that what's going on out of Jersey. And again, I'm only this.
Do we know who was doing the emoji or not? Has that come out? Because it sure did get him riled up. Wow.
This is allegedly. This is all allegedly. But I find that a little weird that he had to kind of define that. Goodbye now, Val. Have a good fucking night. All right, let's go. Let's play
on the internet. A woman who goes by Havana, A-Rod, on the internet. She's also posted a lot of receipts because she had a lot of private communications with this individual, many of which were cited in the Federal letter. So you can read that. It's astounding, really. You know, it's just astounding. And you can be indicted for literally anything.
Goodbye.
Anything. Like, and again,
he's still saying, Val, goodbye. Goodbye. He's like listening to Turtle Boy now. He's just like worried about Val leaving. it's when he gets on something, it's just an obsession. It's so bad.
There's so much more that you don't know about that you're going to find out, and it is astounding. It's outrageous when governments abuse their power like this. And I have a lot of thoughts. We're going to keep those to ourselves for now, but we're not going to take this line down. We're not going to take this line down, and we're going to aggressively defeat this before my trial. So I see this too. People are forgetting the horrible things JFK and crew. So I want to talk about that.
All right, here we go.
I'll talk about that for a moment. So yes, what JFK and crew did with the fake victim there. What was his name? Alex? Remember fake pedal boy? The guy that admitted to the world that he didn't really. He actually lied about that. He just said he did. Because that guy has an obsession with Ray. They have an old rivalry. He doesn't like him because Ray wouldn't give him money. He's a felon, and he was recruited by 5150, right, as part of her obsession with me to smear Ray because Ray supported me. And they platformed him, and it was dirty. It was gross and whatever. And I have not forgotten about that. I never will forget about that.
You never forget about anything, bro. Like you got a lot of things going on, man. Where are we? August.
Brian, you got a lot of things going on too. It's funny how you remember things way back, but then somebody questions you on something, you go, no, I don't think, no.
Yes, let's see, August, September, October, November, December. I mean, 5 months away, you got a major trial, you got this thing going on in Jersey. And again, I mean, this is like, I sit here and I asked last night, I asked the question, I asked it to Mike Crawford, I said, does Turtle Boy have the capability and the ability to get this turned around, to turn around his life? Is it too late? Is it too late for him to turn it around? And again, I pray for him. I do. I pray for him that he gets the resources to do that. I know Mike last I say, hey, I can't do that. You're a better person. Again, I'm not going to speak for Mike, but he talked about it.
That's where I got to say, Brian, if you're going to pray for somebody, you should read the good book. Read this before you talk about praying. Read the good book, because I think it would help you a lot if you read the good book and what it's about. Okay? Read it. Seriously.
On the show, I do. I pray for him, and there's a very big misconception that he likes to throw out to his audience, where he says these guys just want me in jail. I never said that. Those words never came out of my mouth. But I will say this, and we're going to get to it in this live stream where JFK kind of breaks it down, where he says people just say fuck Turtle Boy, and that's where I'm at. I can't support you because of what you did to me. I mean, that's a concept that you have to start understanding. Treat others how you want to be treated.
Question, TB. Quick question, my dude. Quick question. Bottom line.
Treat others like you want to be treated. Brian. Wow, that was a mouthful for you.
I'm not going to get all into that because I done spoke my piece 1,000 times.
Now look at him here. He's not going to get into the Alex thing because he's talked about it enough. All right? Because it hit him right square in the face. He took a punch so hard about Alex that JFK don't want to talk about it. He just, I don't want to talk about it now.
The Alex situation. But you do know, right, that Alex thing's been going on for 20 years and it's been on the internet. And you do know that Alex was informed where Ray was, right? That he's on the internet, right? And that he was going by the name Ray from Dallas. And you do know Alex was aggressively seeking him out, jumping in chat. So regardless whether he jumped on our stream or not, it was only a matter of time.
And real quick, I mean, going back to this, I saw this. I want to show this tweet here in a second. I mean, this is him last night. I mean, just like all crashed out. And we're going to bounce around a little bit tonight. We're going to bounce around. I see this last night.
I really want to dunk on his Machado. Like, Machado is just such a piece of shit.
Like
she's getting up
what's going on with you, man? Eyebrow. I get it. You're going.
He's worried about the eyebrows. See, you can't be funny with Brian. You just can't be funny because he can't laugh at that. But he can laugh at him and Mike saying dumb things or JFK. But he can't laugh at Turtle Boy doing something funny. He just can't do it.
Going after what's her name, Lauren Mattis. I don't know why.
That's not her name, though, is it? It's Matthias, isn't it? Lauren Matthias. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, if you don't remember the name, just say like I did with Blackstone Cherry. I don't remember it. Look it up. Then you can do it. But for some reason, you don't do it that way, Brian.
I don't know. I don't know why. You had to like a 6 fucking thing stream on her. You painting fucking like you look like. I mean, seriously, DB, you're looking like fucking Baker now. That guy's dressing up in wigs and makeup. Like, come on. Like, let's stop this shit. Right? Let's listen.
Piece of shit. I held my tongue on her for a while because I didn't want to give her attention. She didn't deserve it. But she's getting to like in.
So this whole Alex thing. Laura, you're right. I mean, they took a guy that was complete liar. I mean, the guy was ripping off 7-Elevens, tipping over old people in wheelchairs and taking their money. And they banked on him to take Ray from Dallas down because Ray was coming at them hard, especially Meredith at the time, right? So they were going to go after him. And so they choose this Alex. And then they go for a polygraph test. And then old Nan, the girl that, the big lawyer, HIPAA lawyer from New Jersey, the one passing out the $500 to the content creators. Not doing it anymore, though. Brian's only getting $10, $20. But old Nan, she got involved, paid for the polygraph test from a guy from Barbados. That all of a sudden JFK goes, oh my God, the guy's in a wheelchair and they're picking on him. Yeah, you falsified. You went after me for defamation of character, JFK, and I'm in a wheelchair. And all of a sudden it was when it came out about the lie detector guy, all of a sudden he was in a wheelchair and all these people picking on a guy in a wheelchair. It's hilarious.
Indefensible. Like how anyone, and she's losing them too. You'll see some of these people that I see are attacking Bay Harbor Beauty, Arkansas Bestie. It's coming. It's coming with her. She cannot stand any dissent. You saw what she did with Cyberchick. The way she treated her. Then
when you think of Meredith and Nan and all that kind of stuff, and then Nan going on that Twisted channel. I haven't even done anything on her yet. The one that, if you mention that you got a disease, she's got it the next day. Whatever her name is. Elise or something. And to know that Nan and her now teamed up. I mean, Nan just wants to be on YouTube so bad. I mean, she used her kid to try to be on YouTube. And she just wants to be on YouTube so bad. It's crazy when you think of all this stuff.
You said something in my chat that is not approved, and I am going to destroy you unless you publicly get down.
That Twisted girl is kind of fascinating. I mean, it's another one that I, don't understand why somebody would give her enough money to buy a softball bat for her husband or boyfriend or whatever, so he can go to Florida and play softball. I mean, what are these people that just give? Do they get into these stories and actually believe them? Or I don't understand it.
And bend the knee to me.
I think it's funny that he's having this conversation about Jess Rashado because it's exactly the same shit that he does. Like, do you forget this stuff, man? Did you bump your head or something? Well, I'm going to show you a tweet here in a second.
And and she will do that to all of them. Any perceived slight. I'm telling you.
We've been waiting for this tweet now for about 10 minutes, but he's going to show it in a second.
She went away for vacation. Arkansas Bestie starts her own channel. She's not going to like that. She is not going to like that. I'm telling you right now. She is not going to like Bay Harbor.
There you go, Amy. Yes, that's it. Elise. And she was a big supporter. They got a clip on her doing a TV station talking to her or something early on, saying that she's not going away. She's a Turtle Boy supporter, not going away. But then she went away.
Harbor Beauty not being in her chat nearly enough. She ain't gonna like that. And of course, we saw today. All
right, let me show you the piece of this tweet that I want to bring up. And I think he forgets. It's just the greatest thing, and I love it because all the Turtle Riders say that I need to move on. They all tweet under me. You really need to let it go. You need to move on. Are you fucking serious?
Okay, so Turtle Boy does not pay me for anything. Okay. Am I a Turtle Rider? Yeah, I support Turtle Boy. I give him money. And I guess you can call me a Turtle Rider because I support his fight. But I mean, there's some things that I kind of look at Turtle Boy and go, oh, I don't know if I'd say that. But I mean, that's Turtle Boy. But to call everybody that gives Turtle Boy, that supports him for the First Amendment right fight, to call them Turtle Riders, I think that's a little far-fetched. I really do. But anyway.
Serious. This shit went on for over a fucking year. And this is a tweet from him back on August 17th when all this shit started.
Hey, I used to, as a joke, I used to buy some unfiltered Camels. And I'd walk around with, remember when it was real tough when you put them in your shirt, rolled them up in the shirt? Yep, I did that when I was like 11.
when all this shit fucking started. But what did he decide to do? He wanted to align himself with Jess, and that's where I think there was some deeper conversation going on. And I'm hoping at some point, maybe I get a little bit of information about that. I don't know. Maybe Jess reaches out to me and we have a conversation, because I think there was
Ventriloquist. I hope my beard doesn't make me look like that. I gotta get some more color in my beard, I think.
a bigger alternative motive in that. But look at this fucking guy. I have nothing but love for Let's Talk Live and Jess Machado. They both have done a lot for me. Jess was the only media member reporting it.
Marlboro Reds are the ones that can give you a really good voice. If you smoke Marlboro Reds for like, all your life, if you started at 16 and smoked them, they really tone up your voice really well. That's not how I did it, but I mean, I did it by screaming a lot when I was a kid, and the vocal cords change. But Marlboro Reds, the people that smoke Marlboro Reds, the radio disc jockeys, you could tell if they smoked Marlboro Reds. You really can.
The truth about Lindsay Gattani, and when I was the only reporter in the courtroom for my trial, tweeting what was happening. She gave up her seat in court for me during the closing arguments, which was selfish act I will forget. Brian has raised thousands of dollars for my legal defense fund and has always had my back. He helped my channel keep going while I was in jail. With that said, they're allowed to criticize each other openly. It's not a big deal. The end. And then what? A couple of days later, what happens? He jumps in on it and starts attacking.
Before Ray would have to address that, and Alex would have gone on another platform. It was only a matter of time. You do know that, right? Like,
it's only a matter of time that Alex was going to go on another platform. So of course I've got to jump on it because I'm JFK show off, and then I jump on that, and then all of a sudden it turned out to be bad. So now I got to get away from that. So now I'll bring on the Shirilla mom, and I'll bomb at that one too. And then we got to get rid of that. We're not going to talk about that no more. JFK is a guy. Now he is the total guy. He probably had a little following, in his rap thing. But when he got up on YouTube and got 16,000 people, that blew his mind, because that was probably 15,750 more than he ever got at one of his rap shows.
Like, it didn't have to go through us.
Alex went on his platform.
Oh, he's the biggest shit stirrer in all of this. That fucking guy, Will fucking Henry. And that's why I tell TV, the fucking June 16, 2026, this guy was trying to clock you in and fucking take over. He wanted to test the turtle water. He wanted to dip his fucking pinky toe in the water and see where he would ride with the turtle riders. And remember, this is what I mean, dude. This guy was taking your private text messages and spilling it on the internet. Actually, no, wait. He was taking your private text message June 16, 2026. And what did he do, TB? He made fucking content out of it. He didn't even respond to you. And he wanted to go on a show and make this a piece of content.
And then Will got Karen Reed on his show. And then Brian really got mad, called Nathan Reed up. Nathan, what did I do? Can you ask Karen why she's mad at me? Why didn't she come on my show? Why'd she go on Will's? There's no reason for that. Karen, I blew up pictures of you. Will didn't do nothing. Will didn't do nothing. No. I blew up pictures.
For him and draw you in. He was fucking smiling because he knew he had you, but he had to test the riders. He had to test the turtle water, the ocean, the sea, dip his pinky toe in the water. How far can I put?
Clocking is something. Jimmy had something about that. Auntie Deb had something about that. That's kind of like secret talk in the gay world. So I don't know, Brian. Interesting.
Push. Will the riders back me? Maybe I'll throw out some fucking words out there like, I get it. People they're gonna unsubscribe from me, and I might have to do this solo. Setting it up. And then he got you on there. Started not really going his way. And then he had to walk it back. But that was
Come on, people. That's really funny the way I'm using that. Come on. That's some great editing. That's better than JFK's video editing skills. And he said that he's like the number one editor. That's what he says all the time. I'm a great editor. So come on, I'm just using my editing skills. I'm using it good.
The test. June 16, 2026 was the test. And you know, the minute you're clipped, all those riders are going to turn on you. That's why you pull this shit in his chat. Oh, I'm going to be going over the motions later on my channel, TB. I'm going to be going over the motions.
So tell me something. Why does he grab it with two? Why does he grab the microphone with two hands?
To keep those turtle riders interested, to say, hey, Will Henry's doing a stream later. We got to go over there and check it out because he's supporting TB. You think he gives a shit about you?
He's got some kind of experiences that I don't have with him doing that. I have never grabbed my microphone like that ever. And I've been around microphones all my life, basically. Never grabbed a microphone like that.
You think he gives a shit about TB? Fuck no.
No.
Well, all he cares about is this. That's it. Mark my words. Because this shit's gonna happen. Write it down, rubber stamp it, put it on a piece of fucking paper. I don't know. What do they call that? When you put the thing in the notarize it. When you put the fucking stamp in the wax stamp it. I'm telling you. He's just stealing money out of your pocket. Here we go.
And that's another thing. So we platformed him and he made the allegation and said that it was somebody else. And he, not only that though, and I don't want to get into this because it's too deep.
It's too deep. Meredith came to us, said that this guy had some kind of doings with Ray from Dallas. It's too deep, though. Too deep to get in. But we're just going to tell everybody that Ray sexually assaulted him. And this guy's real. This Alex is real. Don't worry about his rap sheet. Everybody always talks about his rap sheet. Don't worry about that. It's real with him and Ray.
But I'll just say this. When Alex got on the platform, Ray was on the platform with him. And Ray had a chance to speak to him, and Ray decided to leave. And that's when we reacted the way we reacted. He never said he did anything. We just said, what's up with that? Then you put him on your platform with the mindset that somehow, and concocted a story to lie against Ray to get to you. And you're still running with that. I can never forget what you did, sir. So let's keep that clear. What you said about Alex, what you said about his mother, the blog that you wrote before when you hit
Laura. Man, I should have been talking to you before I did this, because I could have got that choking sound and put it on after. That would have been awesome. So creative. Man, I missed my opportunity on that.
And you said, hey, this guy Alex is on that page. I mean, Alex was on the stage talking about Ray. Who is he? Can I talk to him? I said, yeah, this guy Alex, he's got nothing to do with anybody. He'll talk to you. If he was in with Meredith, do you think honestly Meredith would advise him to go on your show? And he went on your show, my dude.
I'm just going to fast forward a little bit here. I want to get into a little bit more further in this video. Let's see.
Great point. Like I'll give credit where it's due, man.
Thank you, sir.
Like he had really good points about some of the stuff. Like I dare I suggest you watch it. Like it's good. And so anyway, they were also recently named. Them and who else? And Richie, of course. We went over this on the YouTube presentation the other night. Like first of all, it's just so impossible for Higgy to have done this alone. Warthog, this angry drunken warthog.
That noise is him. That noise is actually him. That's from him doing that. I didn't do anything with that noise. That's his noise that he's doing. That's why it was just all kind of goofy that he would even be doing that.
Killed this big man named John O'Keefe in or outside of a house. I don't know what he's saying, or in a garage.
I know he's trying to rip on Will, but he's actually ripping on himself and showing what I don't know. But it's Brian. I don't know if I'd have done that. Grab your microphone like that and made that noise.
No one else in the house knew about it. Come on.
Yeah, look at this guy. You know, you just look at like the chat. Look, I'm looking at this. The glare. That's crazy. I think Higgy did it, but he had a lot of help. Ha ha. That's all he does. He just gets in there and just goes along with the crowd. Not giving you any fucking insight. He's not breaking anything down. He's just reading through it and going, he's not giving you any context to what's fucking going on. But he's using you, dude. He's using you.
No one else, like, no. He's like, maybe Brian Albert knew, but no one else. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
And I hope, and I do, I hope that some of you turtle riders are watching and this starts fucking clicking, because I know it takes a long time for you to have things click in your head.
No, we're clicking.
I think you have
get it, Brian. We get it. It's clicking. Trust me, it's clicking. It is clicking. Trust me. It's clicking.
Like this deniability thing. You don't want to face the truth. I'm feeling like Will tonight. I got the hands going. Fucking handsy. But it takes a long time for shit to click in. But we've all been saying,
I'm not going to get ripped on by that one person that wrote me a note in YouTube that she didn't like me using the laugh of Brian. Now she's going to be mad that I used this. But this is funny. I don't care what anybody says. Why he did that, why he gave the opportunity for people to clip this.
In it, we've all been figuring it out. Why would Will Henry do the June 16th stream, 2026? Why would he do that stream? Why would he go out and spill private? If that's your boy, why would you go out and spill private messages and talk about it on your show and make content? And TB even fucking told him, bro, I texted you like 4 times and you never even responded to me. And I was explaining everything to you. Nope, because Will Henry wanted the views to get TB up on his fucking show, get the crowd to come in, and then the next day, what did he do? Or a couple days later, gonna do a fundraiser. And then right after the fundraiser, he goes right back to petty streams about LTL Media and the Young Jerks. Because he's showing, I'm here for support of TB. We do the fundraiser, bang. The next day, we're going to do a petty stream because he knows all those people are going to come in and fucking support. It's a scam. It's a scam.
Anyway, it's just absolute batshit insanity what he's saying. And Rand had some great points that I didn't even think of. Like, he actually knows this shit like the back of his hand.
Yes, I do, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, sir.
In the JFK, the Sir thing, isn't that from the movie Coach with Sam Jackson? That whole Sir thing? Yes, sir. Sir. He's trying to be funny, JFK. But he lacks in that. I mean, when I was watching him a lot when he first started, there were some things that he was funny. But then he just, all of a sudden his ego took over and he thought he was bigger than life. Something that he never got when he was a rapper. So all of a sudden, he just thought that he was the shit and he could do whatever he wanted. But this Sir thing, that wasn't funny. To me, it wasn't. Maybe to other people it was. I don't know.
The name is Randy, sir.
Randy.
And when it comes to like who said what in testimony, what happened at the waterfall, like, so credit where credit's due. I watched it. And so James Jackson reached out to me and said,
Who's that, sir? Did you write that down, sir?
Like reading fucking text messages on air.
Listen,
and you got a voice going now. What's up, TV? Is that genuine? Is this genuine? Like, JFK was saying this. Is it any?
So now follow this. I'm watching Brian watch JFK watch Turtle Boy. Follow that. Me watching Brian watching JFK watching Turtle Boy.
Anything genuine here? That's why I say JFK has a tremendous ability to read people. He's been in the industry. He knows what.
Yes, the industry. Yes. And he's so successful. He knows the Wahlbergs. I don't know if anybody knows that. But JFK knows the Wahlbergs. Got a ride in Marky Mark's Bentley. Yeah. Got a ride in it. JFK knows people. From the East Coast to West Coast. When I first started in radio, first 10, 12 years of my radio career, I worked in top 40 music. And then I was the only white guy. Get this one. I was the only white guy in Little Rock, Arkansas, working on a black station. The only white guy to work on a black station. Yeah. And I never heard of Show Off Records or JFK or any of the people that JFK talked about in the rap world. But yeah, only white guy to work a black station. I worked Power 92 Jams in Little Rock. And I had people calling me. They knew, but they never ripped on me.
What's going on? He's probably 5 steps ahead of you. He's always thinking.
Oh, yeah, he's 5 steps ahead of me. You bet. That's why he got so mad at me. JFK, he couldn't handle me. I was so far inside of JFK's head that, I mean, that's all he talked about. Then he talked about me being mental and that I was stalking him. Oh, JFK.
You know, all these people go, oh, Hood Booger Radio, Hood Booger Radio, Hood Booger. He's a fucking smart guy.
He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy, that JFK. He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. So smart that he never had a hit in rap music. So smart. Writes the rhymes. He's so smart.
Very smart.
Very.
He already got it clocked and he's already got it dialed in.
What's up, TV? I hope you're doing well. Listen, I have an idea. I say we do a YouTube presentation together, and I can prove that not only is Higgins lying.
Am I crashing burn? I think you want me to crash and burn. We ain't going anywhere.
I don't know. That move
we ain't going. Our shows are.
That move you're doing with the microphone, that's pretty close to crashing out in my world. I don't know. Met one at a Wahlberg who was an electrician driving through the chaos during Trial 1. Do you think that the portrait lady was from Trial 1 too? Huh. I mean, maybe Mark Wahlberg knows him. You know, maybe give him a ride in Bentley. I'll never forget. I'll never forget the time I brought Blake Shelton in. I would get sponsors because I thought if I was going to do the show, I had to have sponsors pay for the music and the lighting, the sound system, the stage, and then I would make money after that. But I'd have to hustle to go get enough sponsors. And I'll never forget one of my sponsors. He came to me and he said, he wasn't giving me the money that he promised me. And he was stalling. And he goes, what, do you think I'm stalling? I got a $10,000 check in my pocket. I got a $10,000 check. So he pulled it out of his wallet, showed me his $10,000 check he got from somebody. So, and this is a true story. He wanted me to go, ooh, he's got a $10,000 check. I had just got back right before I went to see him with a buddy of mine. This is a true story. I just got back to Wisconsin and I had went to Arizona to my buddy that played with the Cardinals. All right. That ended up buying a radio station that I ran. And he had just signed with the Arizona Cardinals. Right. And I saw them give him a $17 million check. And so this guy pulls out a $10,000 check, and I was supposed to go, ooh, $10,000 check. And because I didn't kiss his ass, my partner that was helping me get money, get sponsors, the guy's wife starts crying because I wasn't impressed. And they go, well, why can't you be like Jerry? Why can't you be nicer like Jerry? Which was my partner, the thing. And it was like, well, he tried to make me feel small because he had a $10,000 check and he had no clue, what was going on, but it was true. And he had shown me that $10,000 check and he ended up never paying me. But he's the same guy that wanted to take Blake Shelton out fishing. And he thought that was going to be a sponsorship to take Blake Shelton fishing. Blake likes to fish, but he's not like Luke Bryan, who likes to fish. Blake is into deer hunting, into killing things like that, wild pigs and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to take Blake out on a boat. Well, first of all, Blake, when he comes into town, he wants to sit on his bus and sleep from the night before. But he had it all planned. And then without me knowing, he was going to take Blake out fishing, but then he was going to have a little party before the concert at his place with Blake playing a little guitar. He had told everybody, yeah, come, Blake's going to play the guitar. Never asked Blake. Never asked me. All kinds of people.
Have a lot of questions in all of this. And I don't know, Mike, how you feeling about this?
I mean, I get attacked from both sides. So there you go. Like people are trying to tell me what side I'm on. I'm like, well, I don't know if you noticed, but the anti-Karen Reed people still go after me. I don't know if you noticed that, people. They might be a little bit nicer to me. They might like that we're going.
Yeah, Lubin, I want to know the same thing as Amy. When are we going to see you? It's time. It's time. Let's go here. If I can show my ugly mug, you can show yours. Come on now. Let's go.
Going after Turtle, but come on. Like, and
I think you should reveal yourself on my channel. What do you think, Lubin? My channel, you reveal yourself. I think that's what you should do. Bring some of those followers over, and we'll reveal you on my channel. Come on.
It comes right down to, I come back to them and say, Karen was found not guilty. And I think one of the things that pissed people off the most this week, or the last couple of weeks, is I spoke the truth, things that Free Karen Reed doesn't want to hear, which is, the real truth. Like the Gretchen Voss shit was devastating. A lot of that shit, like how
Gretchen Voss stuff was devastating.
Held up. It's holding up. Like people in the media are noticing it. Like what's coming is going to be a lot worse. And we didn't create these problems.
This is crazy.
MET, JFK talking about the witness intimidation. And it's funny, someone came into the chat earlier and they said, hey, why don't you read about the witness intimidation statute? So I'll give you a little bit of the witness intimidation statute. So in Massachusetts, what people commonly call witness intimidation in the law is MGLC 268-13B. And I am wearing my flannel. I probation or parole officer.
So then I added, just so you can see this, I also added something from Turtle.
There are enhanced provisions. So I think this is where it's going to get really in depth here with the law. Importantly, for modern cases, the statute specifically contemns communication through email, internet communications, electronic communication, telephone messaging, and similar telecommunications. So social media absolutely can be relevant. But that doesn't mean someone said something nasty about a witness on YouTube equals witness intimidation. It has to be evidence connecting the conduct to stationary elements. So let's look at penalties. So penalties for the standard offense of 13B.
99.9% of the time, it's up to the jury to decide whether or not his intent.
31 minutes so far. That stim. You love me. You're here watching 31 minutes of stim. Your fucking screen's gonna get burnt out. Yeah, and that's the thing is that,
when you put it together like that, it's like they're competing, right? Oh man, 3 hours and 16 minutes I went. That's a long time for me. So I appreciate everybody that stopped in, stuck around. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back again. I know Brian, I think, went again tonight, I think. And is going to go again to Sunday night. So maybe I'll get some more stuff and come back with that. I do want to do something on JFK. I don't know if he was on tonight, but I do want to do something with him again. And but again, I appreciate everybody. Please hit the like, hit the share, tell everybody you know about Mastork Media. We're still a new channel. Yeah, we got 500 subs, but we're new. And Lubin, I get it. You want to go on Rat House and reveal your face, and that's fine. But then you can come on. After you do that, you can come on the show and we'll talk. So I appreciate everybody. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe if you haven't. And please tell everybody you know. If you're on X, get it out there. And yes, I'll always follow the Jess Machado thing too, and probably bring some video of that. Be interesting when she comes back. And I'll try to hit everybody with that kind of stuff. But don't forget, got to play my commercial one more time. Valhalla awaits. Don't forget this.
Valhalla Awaits joins Mastork Media on YouTube.
So I'm not sure how any of this is my fault.
Oh, we got to play it over. What are we doing here? We got to play it over.
The man has been acquitted of unaliving fish. Now, Valhalla Awaits is joining Mastork Media on YouTube. Expect a wild ride. You will learn weird facts you did not know you needed them, but now you do. It will be fun. It will be smart. It could be lacking in the smarts, but you do not want to miss Valhalla and Mastork Media. Tune in live Wednesday, August 12th at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. Valhalla Awaits joins Mastork Media on YouTube.
So I'm not sure how any of this is my fault.
And I appreciate Valhalla Awaits for giving me a chance to have him come on Mastork Media. That'll be a fun day, Wednesday, August 12th, 1:30 Central Time, 2:30 Eastern Time. Amy, thank you for coming over here and hanging out. Laura, Lubin, appreciate all of you. Cheryl and Prince, everybody that stuck around. Mary B was here earlier. I appreciate everybody. And we'll be back soon. And I know that a lot of you people are, hanging out with Rat House and everybody. But if you share, if you're on X, if you share, just got to get this going. Got to get the likes going and get that algo working on YouTube. And we get to 1,000, and it'll be good. So please take care and be safe. And whatever you've seen on the show tonight, whatever you do, if you're live, if you have your own channel, whatever you got going on, please, I beg you, please do not grab your microphone with your two hands. Please stay away from doing that, all right? I'd really appreciate that. Cue the music, Jeff.
Jeff slides the microphone right into place, flips the camera, puts a smile on his face. He says, welcome to Mastork Media. We don't do make-believe, no false memories hiding up our sleeve. Yeah, the internet world's gone crazy, spinning out of control. Folks are dodging the possessions just to save their soul. Enlisting in the army, running from the fight, cause they're terrified of turtles in the middle of the night. And we say, hey, come join the flock. Don't you sit there staring at the ticking of the clock. Yeah, the world is heavy, but we're making it light. We're Mastork Media, and we're stepping into the night. Come join the flock. Flockers, we're gonna make you smile tonight. Now they're spilling out the facts on the Massachusetts Green about the wildest trial that you ever have seen. They talk about Karen, yeah, they whisper her name, but nobody trusts the lead investigator in the game. She was acquitted, the jury walked away, but the stork says it's time for Turtle Dove to see his charges go away. Yeah, the truth is a puzzle with a missing piece, and the chatter in the courtyard just never will cease. And the losers say it's not over. They say the case isn't done, but we're just getting started under the Midwest sun. You can run to the barracks call, and you can hide from the law right now, but you can't escape the sharpest judge's eye you ever saw. So we say, hey, come join the flock. Don't just sit there staring at the ticking of the clock. Yeah, the world is heavy, but we're making it light. We're Mastork Media, and we're Jeff, time to slide that mic, flip that cam. No false memories here, folks, just the flock. Come join the flock and Jeff will make sure to add some shock.